All right, there we go. You got it right. It's a book club meeting. Busting loose from the money game. We will be discussing chapters 2, 3, and 4. I have my little synopsis here that I got off the good old internet, good old Google. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Howdy, how is everyone? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Changing our perspective around money, understanding that you get to create your perspective about the money system. You get to decree and declare. You don't have to, live according to someone else's perspective. You can live according to your own. You can decide what money means to you, how much you can have of it, how you want it to come into your experience. Yes, awesome morning. Welcome, welcome. Speak up, E. Welcome, welcome. So if you're familiar with the book, you can request up to give your, perspective, your opinion on the book, Busting Loose from the Money Game. That's what you see behind me. That's what we will be discussing. Hey, stay to myself. Yeah, so we're talking about the book today. This live is about the book club meeting, Busting Loose from the Money Game. Yo. Hey, Jay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today we're discussing Busting Loose from the Money Game. That's all we're talking about, this book. Your perspective about money, around money, understanding that.
I'm sorry. I was just going to tell you about it. Like, well, good news.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I said. I made an abundant affirmation. Oh my God, I started feeling way better. Like I'm constantly abundant. That's crazy. It truly is. Like every time I get a thought, I be like, where's that thought coming from? That ain't my thought, and I give it no judgment. And I've been doing that lately because I've been doing like different affirmations for everything, environments, everything. And then I'm like, so I took action. So even though like my mom's health is doing good, she's doing really, really
Beautiful.
good.
Woo, yes.
So we're just waiting on the clinic, but the clinic don't accept her. I already know.
Yes. Amazing.
This is happening. No, we're in different timelines. The clinic already accepted her.
Exactly.
That's what I have to realize. She's in that timeline. I noticed everyone walking is in a different reality.
Yes,
That's what I noticed. Like, because when people say, "Oh, you're delusional," no, I'm not. I'm logical. I did the work for every 5 ways of my income. I did the work for everything. I did the work for my brand. I started connecting because I just moved. I don't know if I told you that, but I just moved.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So, yeah. And everything's going good. I just moved and I've just been connecting and shooting. You know how you connect with people and trying to like see if they can connect with my business. I looked up distribution centers for my clothing, and yeah, I've been doing it. I did it for my intellectual property, getting my brand 100% ownership. So yeah, that is money in a way. My business is money. So
Yes. That's
and someone,
amazing.
I don't know if you know, it's called School of Hard Knocks. It's this commercial real estate agent. He's been trying to follow me for a long time, but I was gonna wait till I get my real estate license. But I already have my real estate license. Never always speak in the end result.
Yep.
So yeah, and he made over. He made over like millions of dollars, and he requested to follow me too.
Nice.
So yeah, I just been connecting and like putting myself, not being pretending to be the person I need to be, but actually acting on the person I am, the new identity.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been doing all day. The thing is, I have everything set up. It's just I moved. So
Yeah.
that's the thing.
That's amazing. Congratulations. Beautiful, beautiful. That's
You
right.
have to,
That's how
you
you
have to,
talk. You're supposed to speak. Yeah, talk it. Regardless of
because
what
like when I get
anyone
my
else's
brand,
perspective is your reality. So
yep,
why wouldn't you speak the way you want your reality to be? That's how you're supposed
exactly,
to speak those things that be not as though they were. Yes, you're a real estate agent, you have your license, the business is booming, you have multiple clients through word of mouth because
man,
that
yes,
is the best advertisement is one to another. Someone saying, yes, I experienced this real estate agent. She's amazing. She does an awesome job. Makes you feel like you're one
yep,
of the family. It's such a beautiful experience. You must try. I definitely gets results. Will definitely bring your vision to life. Will definitely work with you to get the home of your dreams. Yes, yes. That's how you're supposed to
yes,
talk.
and it's crazy because like when I like work, everything I got going, it comes on my timeline. It really do. Whatever you focus on does expand, and I'm just saying for the abundance thing, you have to remove those blocks. A lot of people think you're supposed to work hard for money or you're supposed to do it a certain way. No, you're not. Who told you
Yeah.
that? Everything is a program. If you believe it, you will achieve it. You will focus on it, it will expand. And I'm like, I haven't read that book, but I'm gonna write it down and I'm gonna get to know the ways of money because I want to do like 5 ways of income. And I've worked.
Okay.
Well, I already put the work in for presentations for all 5 ways, and like studied it. So I'm like, oh, all I gotta do is just receive it,
Nice,
receive,
nice. That's it.
put myself in position to receive. So that's
Yep.
all I've been saying. Cause like, don't let your circumstances, environment, or anything outside, it's a reflection of you, but don't let it affect you in a way where you give it judgment. Be like, oh, I'm staying in this house? Okay, well, I'm in my Houston mansion. I'm in my mansion right now. What are you talking about? And
Yep.
it it sounds crazy to people, but it's like, it's true. Next thing you know, I get a realtor talking about, oh, you can get a house for free. You never know it's not even delusional. It's just basically putting yourself in alignment for what you want.
Yep.
So
Yep. That's it.
that's all I've been doing. That's all I've
Yep.
been doing.
Yep, that's it. That's it. Oh, but we're about to discuss I appreciate you sharing that with us. Thank you so much because I know this really helped a lot of people listening. And so we're about to get into the book, though.
Okay, where do you get that book? Well,
Well,
all
you
y'all
can.
reading it?
Well, I listened to it through Audible. You
Okay,
can. I think they do offer it on Amazon or through eBay. You can get a PDF version on the internet. I think. Let me see. Uh, Gigi said that she found a free PDF version on. So I think I had wrote it down, but I think it's V doc. Yeah, V is in Victor doc
uh
dot
huh.
pub.
PUV.
Yeah, pub like publish. So short.
Okay,
Yeah, pub is in boy.
okay,
Yep. And she said you should be able to find a free version there.
okay. Because I still have to subscribe to your. I call it master class, but thanks for the
Yeah,
story.
yeah. Gigi put it in the comments, the name of the well, she got the free copy of it.
All right, thank y'all.
Okay.
Have a
Thank you
great
so
day.
much. You too.
All right.
Hello, hello. Welcome everyone. Hey, Gigi. La Toxic. Welcome, welcome. Goddess D. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey. Cheryl, welcome, welcome. Hello, Janae. Speak up. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, everyone. Hello, Beekeeper. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, Shanzi, welcome. Hello, all. So if you read the book, come on and request up. Come on up into the box. Let's talk about it. Let's give them something to talk about. Yes. So the chapter 2 is your true identity is infinite, powerful consciousness. Your true identity is infinite, powerful consciousness. That's your true identity.
Good
Hello.
morning.
Good morning, Bestie. How are you?
Good, Bestie. How's everybody? How's fam? Everybody good?
Yes, yes, yes.
Hello, everybody. How's it going?
Are you enjoying the book?
Yeah, I
Oh,
am
okay,
actually.
okay.
It's a modern version of my homeboy, Dr. Murphy.
And say, help your homeboy, Dr. Mo.
Yeah. Yeah. You
He's
know,
the
he's my
modern
homeboy.
version. I love
It's
that. Love,
Hey,
knowledge,
Janine
and love.
Michelle. Yeah, it's I mean it's got stuff that you can kind of relate to, like it mentions the Matrix movie. It mentions like stuff that you can relate to. So it's like,
Right,
oh,
right,
okay.
right. Modern day, right. You bring it
Yeah.
into the future.
Because I'm thinking it's an older book, so I'm looking, I was like, why is he talking about the Matrix? And then
Right,
I'm
you're
like,
right.
oh,
So it's
that's
not
right.
that old. Right. Like, hold up. Yeah, I mean, he said his
The,
grandfather started Manpower, so you know it's not that
yeah,
old.
the
So,
temp
yeah.
agency, yeah. And then like he had a company called Blue Ocean that Intuit bought it for like
Yeah,
X amount of millions of
yeah. And
dollars.
that's
And
what
I'm
one
like,
of my
wait a minute.
friends just got hired with Intuit. She worked for
Oh,
Intuit. She worked
cool.
for
That's
Intuit. Yep.
awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's yep. So
Then I
it's
looked up the author and I'm like, oh, okay, he one of us. Okay. He's not from like the 20s or 30s or whatever. I was like, oh, okay, he a homeboy. He one of us.
yeah,
Okay. So yeah, I'm
yeah,
enjoying it.
yeah, yeah, yes, yes. I like how, because the only difference between like Neville and Dr. Joseph Murphy, and they don't call the world a holographic, a virtual reality.
Yeah.
They say that it's real, and whatever you imagine is real for you will be real, will be your reality, it will become your objective, right? So I like how he says it, that we recognize that this is holographic. Nothing is real. It's all hollow. It's all just appearing to be real for the experience of it.
Yep.
I like
It's where you put your focus on it. I mean, he even said this book, if you're not really paying attention to this book, whether you're reading it or audio, if you're not really paying attention to it, you won't hear it. You won't hear anything.
absolutely.
But if you have your attention on it, then everything around you like disappears. And it's so true, because when I've gone hiking and I've listened to audible books, especially, I mean, I read them too, but I do both. And it's like I'm walking and not paying attention really to what's around me. And then all of a sudden I'm like, well, how did I get here? And then I'll think about, well, how did I cross the street and all this kind of stuff? And because it didn't exist, it wasn't there. I was busy focused on the book, even though I'm listening to it, even though I'm hiking and walking around, but I'm focused on the book. So everything around me just disappears. And it even happens when you're driving. Have you ever like been driving and you'll be listening to a song or something like that, and all of a sudden you're like, okay, how did I get to Chicago? I'm in Chicago already, but wait a minute. So like, well, in depending on what part of Wisconsin you're from, let's say it's an hour or an hour and a half. And I'm like, how quick is that hour and a half? Wait a minute. I don't remember going through that toll. I don't remember crossing that bridge. How did I get to Chicago? And it's happened too when I've gone to Minneapolis. Like, I'll be driving to Minneapolis with my husband and we'll be talking, blah, 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 listening to music, or I'll be singing, whatever. And I'll be so tuned into that.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I'm like, well, honey, are we in Minnesota yet? He goes, yeah, we've been in Minnesota. We just crossed the bridge and we're almost to the VA. I'm like, we are? And he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Where were you? I'm like, yeah, where was I? And yeah. So now I know why that happens when you're driving, especially because I said when you're driving, you kind of tend to visualize or drift away or something like that. When you're driving, you're kind of like in your own little world.
Right.
And it's so true. And yet it's like, I was wondering, well, how did I, get here, and the traffic, and it's like, I don't remember the ride, but I was in the ride, but because I wasn't focused, I mean, I'm sure in somewhat I'm aware because I'm driving, but at the same time, I was like somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though I'm driving, I got us there safely, but I was somewhere else.
Right, right. And you just gave it over to the subconscious because, it's a part of you now. Like people say, second nature, something like you don't have to think about driving anymore. You don't have to think how to get to a place that you've been, hundreds or thousands or however many times you've been, like, where you're going. So you don't have to be hyper focused on how to get there. So that's what's just reminding you. So did you take any notes on chapter 2? Good morning. Good morning.
On chapter 2, basically, what I got from it was who you are. It's all about you. Um, like the questions of asking, like where did you come from? Why are you here? And basically, what I got from it, it's where we're here to where God's having a human experience. To if I were to wrap it up and put it in a bow, that's what I got from it.
Right. So I remember I told you I found this little thing on the internet where it breaks down each chapter. And so I was like, oh, okay, well, I don't have to write the notes. I can just read the notes from here. They
Oh, dang, you got what do they call that? Cliff's Notes? Where'd you guys find the Cliff's Notes?
Yep.
You gotta share the Cliff's Notes.
I know, right? Because I think now you can post pictures on TikTok DMs now. So yes, I can send them to you.
Oh, okay.
Or I can just tell you.
I can find it. You can just send me the link.
Yeah, the link, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can send you the link on the phone. I sent the link to my husband too, so I'll send that to you right now.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah, because Dr. Murphy had the Cliff Notes already attached. Although I did read the chapter, But for like for discussing the book club, it's a lot easier with the Cliff Notes already. But my homeboy here, Mr. Robert over here, he's making us work for it, which is fine.
Yeah, it's a little different because I'm not reading and I'm listening to it. So yeah. I like the Cliff Notes because remember, oh yeah, I do remember reading that. Yes, I do remember. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just go here. They put it in a nice little bow and then we can talk about it from there. So yeah. Yeah. So it says who you really are is an infinite, powerful, and magnificent being. It says you are consciousness beyond the physical body and personality you identify with. The persona, your true identity is an infinitely powerful, wise, and abundant being. This is what scientists on the cutting edge of quantum physics call consciousness, right? You are consciousness having a finite experience, a human experience. You decided to put on limitation to experience physicality. That's it. And you are infinite potential, which means all things are possible. And that infinite potential already exists. It's a now thing. Like when people say the world within worlds, that infinite potentiality that's what infinite means. Endless. It goes on and on and on. There's so many. If you ever watch Doctor Strange, right? And it in the movie shows you at the, towards the end of the movie where he keeps coming back to that same, looping it over and over and over again. It's like, we could do this forever. We could do this, or we could just keep having this experience over and over again because they wanted to do a revision to what had took place. He was basically revising the reality, which that's what I love. I love Doctor Strange. I'm like, oh my goodness. It's like everything you know about yourself and don't know about yourself wrapped up in this movie. Like, it's an amazing movie to watch. You want to understand the law of mind, who you truly are, that this world is holographic, that the only reality is in your mind. And once you can bring that reality out of your mind to the screen of space through focus, that's it. That's all it takes is focus, your attention. That's what the scientists or those who want to appear to be scientific start talking about vibration and frequency. It just means your attention. We're going to keep it simplistic because I don't know how to explain frequency, but I do know how to explain attention. I know what attention means. When people say, oh, it's the frequency, can you break that down? What does frequency mean?
Yeah, what the heck is frequency?
We love to say frequency, but what does that mean when you say that word? How do I make that applicable to my life?
We're not HBO or Cinemax, although we could be.
I'm not saying that we're not frequency, but how do you explain that to someone?
Exactly.
When you say frequency, like, what does that mean? Well, you know what it means when I tell you to focus on something or give your attention to something.
Right.
How do you focus your attention to? You're putting your eyes on it. You're talking about it. That's what it means.
Well, what I also got from this chapter too is that, again, you make the rules. You make the rules of your own life. So in other words, if it's to break you out of the systematic rules and to create your own rules.
They like, wait, let me see if I can put the notes. Let me see if I got the notes here. Let me see if I can put the notes up here. Let's see.
For like example, he says that, you know, we're having a human experience, where God's having a human experience. And let me see if I can find it here. He says, like, part one, phase one strategy involves teasing yourself into believing you can fix things, improve things, get things running smoothly, get everything you want, become wealthy and happy by design. However, that can never happen while you're playing phase one, being the human game. It's like you're believing, you're teasing yourself to believe something. Like like some people say, okay, money don't grow on trees. I believe money grows on trees. And I have ironically found money in shrubbery. I found them in bushes. I found them near a tree, you know, because I say money, to me, money grows on trees. And people don't believe that money don't grow on trees. Or somebody might say, oh, they're going through hardships. I say, no, I go through ease ships. So for them, because they say they have hardship, it's going to be hard. For me, it's going to be easy because I say it's ease ship. There's no right or wrong to the rule. It's just the rule that you're setting up for yourself. So what I got from this chapter is that you set up the rules for you. Like, break out of these like systematic rules, you know, like in order for you to, you know, to do something, you have to be born with a talent. No, you don't. You can develop that talent. Yeah. In order for you to,
keep talking. I'm gonna see if I can bring the notes on two here. I'm gonna see if I pause and see if I can download and bring them up here. Just keep talking.
Okay. So then, you know, in order, yeah, you can. If you say you have long hair and your hair grows long and fast, it will. If a doctor told you, oh no, you'll never lose weight, but if you say to yourself, yeah, I'll lose weight, I stay in shape, or I stay at this weight, then that's what will happen. So that's what I got from this chapter, that it's all about the rules that you're setting for yourself. You're either going to play the system rules, or the system rules, according to him, which is true, is designed for you to fail, or you're going to make your own rules as you go along. So I actually liked that he said that. I was like, okay, I see where you're going. And he references, like, you know, that baseball and football and checkers and all this stuff has its own rules. I mean, even music itself has its own rules. But yet music rules have been broken. For instance, you know, if you look at classical pieces like by Chopin and Beethoven, it was played a certain way. And then you look at like jazz, like, you know, R&B artists, and it's the same notes, but it's played in a different way. And then you look at rock, it's the same notes, but it's played in its own style. You look at salsa, it's the same notes, but it's played in its own style. So even though it's music, each genre has its own, you can say, set of rules, its own style. But even those styles can be broken, because I've played Beethoven and I have found a jazz chord while playing Beethoven. I'm like, wow, Beethoven was ahead of his time, you know. Or I played like a rock song and have found like a different chord completely from what the artist has written. And I'm like, oh, well, okay, when I play this song, I'm going to add this chord because I like it better than what the original composer put on it. So there's no rules. You make up the rules of your own reality. That's what I got from this chapter.
Yes. Hello,
hi, Late Toxic.
And a Toxic.
Good morning.
And TikTok just changed everything. Like they add.
Yeah, it's right behind you.
Huh?
It's right behind you.
I know, but I'm trying to change the landscape so you can see it all. And
I see.
Trying to change it so I can make it bigger. But they changed it, so it's like hard. Like they have all these options for you to do the landscape of your live. I just keep it simple. Like, what's all this other stuff?
I know, right?
Like they just added so many, and I just can't get to what I want to, because I'm like, how did I find it last time? And
You'll get there.
It's so like, I don't know. I just want to change the landscape. But that's all I want to do. Let's see. Casual conversations. Let's see. Layout. Okay.
Anybody else have like opinions from chapter 2? Anybody else?
I wanted to share something that I really liked in the book.
Please do.
That's
Please.
okay. So in chapter
I,
2, what I really liked,
thank you. I'm not gonna use it.
he's quoting another author, Barbara Dewey, in the Creating Cosmos books, and it's under What's My Purpose. And I really liked the quote in here. It says, "In the final analysis, I don't suppose the creating cosmos has a greater purpose or purpose greater than the joyful expression of creative possibility. Solely in the service of that purpose, it is a design of the most sublime construction. It is breathtaking both in its simplicity and its opportunity. It grants total freedom in a context of cooperation and partnership because, there are no winners and losers in the creating cosmos concept because each plays a game of his own choosing where there are only winners." And I really just like that because, it was kind of making me think of Florence Scovel-Shinn, The Game of Life and how to play it. Like, there's just such an ease in that. And, I think sometimes life can feel really heavy. And so I don't know, I just thought that was really beautiful. Like, life can be that easy. And I want to kind of set my compass in that vein.
That's it. The ease of life. It's just all about ease, and we make it difficult thinking that we have to go through these different blockages. And you're creating a blockage. So why create the blockage? Create
Yeah.
create the path with no blocks. It's really right. But I like how he
Exactly.
talks about the difference between a phase 1 and a phase 2. The phase 1 is that limiting mindset, where phase 2 is the limitless mindset. And you get to choose because, like I said, there's no wrong or right. But why make it where you have to, jump over hurdles and climb mountains when you could just have it be light and easy, light and easy. Take away
Yeah,
the limitations.
I was thinking of, your friend Kevin sharing his car story. Like, what could be easier than that?
Oh my
All right,
goodness.
totally. I love that story.
Oh my goodness. It's like that's the simplicity of it, and just reminding yourself, just decide and then drop it. Be like the gardener when you drop the seed in the soil. You're not trying to see how long it's going to take, when it's going to take, what it's going to do, how to make the seed grow, because you can't make a seed grow. But for whatever reason, we think we can make desires come. And that's the fallacy. You can't make anything happen. I mean, you could try, and people think because they're efforting is what's doing it. No, you're really kind of getting in the way, and you're convincing yourself, well, if I sacrifice, if I stay up night, if I just get in the right place and do the right thing, and everyone that talks that way, they come to realize when the thing happened, they had absolutely nothing to do with it. When the right person comes into the room, when you meet the right situation, when the right client shows up, it's usually you had nothing to do with that. You were kind of just being busy trying to make it so, and the thing happened all on its own. But we give credit to the effort and don't realize it was just a happening.
Yeah, like when that woman June, I guess, who was sharing about her car story, and then the other guy who was from, I can't remember what group he was, but just like challenging her, like, why didn't God do X, Y, and Z? But like, that's the thing, like that Neville always says, it'll be so natural, it will just be a natural happening.
Yeah.
And it's just part of the flow of life. And I don't know, I'm really loving that whole idea of like, and I mean, I've been aware of it for a long time, but got to keep letting go of those subconscious beliefs. But like, yeah, I'm really ready to just let go and let life happen.
That's it. That's it. And I think this book is really going to unlock it. I mean, it's always been within us, and sometimes you just need to have a fresh set of eyes, a fresh set of a different perspective, right? Because yes, if you've been listening to Neville or Dr. Joseph Murphy or Horoscope Shan, and and you still feel like something you're not quite understanding from their perspective. And as Gigi said, this is a more modern day take on it, right? And we have we have expanded consciousness even further than what we thought, right? So this perspective is like, man, really, really showing you are, even if you were questioning if you were the creator of all things and that no one exists outside of your own perspective of it, this book is going to highlight that for you. And to show you that all these games that came along, right? Football, chess, Monopoly, poker, whatever it is, right? We just all agree to the rules for the fun of the game, right? But we've taken Monopoly and added our own rules for it to make it even more fun, right? You put money on the free parking, right? You tell people, oh, because the rule says you gotta purchase all 3 properties before you can add houses, then hotels, and then you say, oh no, anytime you land on the property, you get to build upon it. You change, everything. You change the rules to make it the same thing he's about to telling you in this book. You don't like the games to the money game, to the money system. Guess what you get to do? Change the rules to make it happen better for you. You get to you get to redirect it. You get to rewrite it.
And there's something here on this chapter that caught my attention too. Like he said, for example, where we study like self-help techniques like visualizations, we're taught that we have unlimited power and that we can create any result we want when we see it vividly in our mind's eye. And it's true that we have unlimited power. However, our human side wants proof of everything, So the whole idea of visualization, affirmations, manifestation techniques, all that, why is it? We create them. We convince ourselves they're real. We apply them. We have to work them consistently. If we don't work them consistently, like I say, we have to create that neural pathway highway. And I'm not saying that we don't get off that highway, but we just have to remember that we can always get back. It doesn't always go the way that we not always, every once in a while it might not go the way that you see it. That's why you have to like detach from the how. You got to let go of how you're going to get it. Who cares? I mean, how that lady got that car, I don't remember that live. I wasn't there, but I'm paraphrasing how that lady got that car. And the guy was like, well, why didn't God do this? Why didn't God do that? I'm sure that lady's like, who cares? I got the car. Who gives a shit? I got the car.
Right. Her car had broken down. And she thought that she needed a certain piece for it. And then she discovered she didn't, because normally she said she would have got upset. She would have saw it as a test. And instead of seeing it as a test, she saw it as an elevation. And that shifted. And then she started seeing hummingbirds and dragonflies and butterflies. And she was like, that was God, communicating with her that, yes, you have finally, elevated to this next perspective, this new way of perceiving your reality and not freaking out and complaining like, oh my goodness, I don't know, because she was saying, I didn't know how I was going to pay for the car to be fixed. I didn't know where the money was going to come. And she was going to give up on the car and sell it because she thought it was something that was going to be unrepairable or too much money to repair. And then she looked it up, it's about her gear shifting. And then she bought the part, and then come to find out, the mechanic comes, say, you don't even need the part. You get to take the part back. And I'm only going to charge you, this small fee for coming out to repair it. I'm not even going to charge you that I repaired it just for me coming to you. That's all I'm going to charge you, And so it was a beautiful story. And what's so interesting about that. So she was like the second person I heard talking about dragonflies. And I was, because I had saw another guy on my FYP. He was doing a live and he was showing pictures of dragonflies and how a dragonfly was like attracted to him. My husband manifested a dragonfly. So he had a cartoonist picture of a dragonfly. And then yesterday he had the dragonfly land on his arm. He has a video, and then he had it on his finger. It's like, oh, send me the video and the pictures. I'm going to make a TikTok video on it, saying how he had manifested the dragonfly. and he got a real good close. He had a real small one, you know, and it was
Mm-hmm.
on his arm, and then it was on the tip of his finger. Yep,
Right.
yep. And I'm
So
like, man, everybody
she
could
let
go ahead.
she let go of the I'm sorry, she let go of complaining. And it's funny when you do that. Like we were at a supermarket, and my husband had different keys with him, and we've got a couple of Toyotas, and you know that the keys look alike. So we were in our Toyota Camry, and then the Toyota Camry key got locked in the car, and we had the other key of the other car, but we didn't have the Toyota Camry key. So, of course, we had our human experience. Oh my God, how are we going to get the car open? What are we going to do? Oh, agony, agony. And then I just like sat back for a moment and I said, it's okay. It's working out. It's working out. The car's open. The car's open. We're getting the car. The car's open. The car door's open. The car door's open. And I just kept telling myself that the car door's open. It's okay. The car door's open. Thank you. The car door's open. All of a sudden, this gentleman, Good Samaritan, walks over and he's like, hey, is everything okay? Did you lock your keys in the car? And my husband's like, yeah. And I said, yes, sir, we did. I made a joke out of it. He goes, well, you know, if you go to the supermarket there, they'll call the locksmith and they'll open it for free. I said, say what?
Yes.
I was like, house music all night long. Say what? I was like, well, repeat. And he's like, yeah, just go to the supermarket. You're parked right here, right? That's your car? He goes, yeah, as long as you're in their parking vicinity where the market is, yeah, they'll call the locksmith and it's free. It doesn't cost you anything because they don't want people breaking their windows and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And I'm like, you're kidding. He goes, no, I did the same thing. I locked the keys in my car and they opened it for me. I was like, oh, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And I'm sitting inside, oh my God, thank you. You know, so I'm jumping up and down because, you know, I'm extra. I'm jumping up and down. You know, people are looking at me. I don't care. So my husband's like, oh, I don't believe it. I'm like, well, I do. I believe it. All things are possible to those who believe. I believe it. So I walked in there and I went to customer service and I said to them, hey, I was like, oops, I like the key of my car. Yuck, yuck, yuck. And they were like, oh, okay. What's the car model? What's the license plate? We're calling the locksmith right now. They called the locksmith right in front of me. So yeah, the locksmith will be there between 20 minutes. Is that okay? I'm like, yeah, no problem. And the locksmith came over and unlocked the door. And my husband and I were like, okay, afterwards, when we're done running our errands and stuff, we're going to grab a beer and celebrate this because this is unheard of.
Yeah, it is.
But the moment that I mean, don't get me wrong, I did freak out. Okay, I had my freak out. He did too. But then it's like, I had like wait a minute. I'm God. I'm in control of this. This doesn't control me. I control it. And then I said to myself, it's open. Oh, look at that. The car door's open. Thank you. The car door's open. The car door's open. And then my conscious mind was like, oh, how? I said, you know what? I don't give a shit about the how. Who cares? The car door's open. Who cares how it gets open?
Yeah.
You know, my husband could have had an extra key and not known it. Somebody could have had a universal Toyota key. Maybe they worked for a dealership. They could have opened it. I don't know. Who cares? There's infinite ways, you know, that the car door could have opened. But I was never expecting that. I was never expecting a supermarket to pay for it.
What people don't realize, it happens in such a natural way.
A natural way,
such
yeah.
A natural way. That's so natural for someone to come over. Hey, what's going on? Y'all like the key in the car? Yeah. Hey, do you know the supermarket? Yeah, they'll help you out, and they won't charge you a nickel to unlock. To get your keys on, because it could have been the supermarket's going to call it for you, but it could have cost you $10, $20. It cost you nothing.
Yeah, it cost nothing. And you know, even if it did cost $10 or $20, that's better. I mean, there's other locksmiths that charge $50 or $60 just to get your car door open.
Yeah.
But the fact that you just kind of like, okay, this is all going to work out. This is all going to work out. And I just like would take I was like, forget about it. I'm going to focus on the sunshine because the car door is open. I'm going to focus on going into the supermarket and grab because the car door is open. I don't have to worry about it. We have the key. The car door is open.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of seconds. And the moment that I just let it go and just kind of let it flow, you know, let go, let flow.
Yeah.
It just serendipitous. It just happened.
Let it flow.
So yeah, let it flow, let it go, let it go.
Oh, no, I was thinking Tony Braxton. Let it go, let it go, let it flow. Hey, things are
Oh,
gonna
cool. I've never heard that one.
work out, don't you know? Let it go, let it
Let
go,
it go and
go,
let it flow.
flow. Yes, and things worked out, don't you know?
Yeah.
Yep, that's what she sang. Yes.
Things work out, don't you know? Yeah.
Yes, yes. It
It's so
says you are
true.
infinite potential. As consciousness, you have unlimited power and creative ability. Your natural state is one of infinite abundance, joyfulness, and peace. And like I was talking yesterday, most people say, "Oh, you got to face your demons. You got to face the little child within you. You got to face your trauma." And I'm
Yeah.
saying, "Oh, you need to face the truth." Why do you want to wrestle with the error? There's no reason to face the error. You're to dispel the error and face the truth, because once you face the truth, the error dissipates. It dies off. So the truth is that you're infinite abundant, joyful, and peaceful. And that's what you're to feast upon. So when you feast upon that, you're automatically fasting upon the error, which means you're no longer giving it life. Because the only reason it will have life is because your attention to it. So why would you give attention to the thing you don't want to keep experiencing? And so you know how you give your attention to it? You got to do the shadow work. You got to do the healing journey. You got to talk to the younger self. No, you don't got to do anything, but that's your path. That's your life. If you want to do it, you can make the easy road difficult, but it's meant to be easy. And the easy is facing truth. This is what Christians would say. We're going to tell the truth and shame the devil. Yeah, this is telling the truth and shaming the devil. Speaking the truth of your being is what shaming the error is, causing the error to die. Give your attention to the thing wanted, not the unwanted. And for some reason, people want you to focus on the unwanted because they want to create a problem so they can sell you a solution. See, if I can diagnose you with a dis-ease, then guess what I have to do? Sell you the cure. So if you just focus on the truth, you wouldn't have to worry about, because you will automatically be healing yourself just by focusing on the truth, just by meditating, talking to yourself and saying and familiarizing yourself with the truth of who you are. That I am abundant, that I am joyful, I am peaceful, I am love, I am wise. That's what we're supposed to be meditating on, not trying to wrestle with devils and demons and Satan's oh my. The script does not give you that as a directive. When Paul talks about wrestling not with flesh and blood, he's just saying that you're battling in your own mind. But this is where I'm kind of going to have to disagree with Paul right here. This is where we start to say, oh, Paul is not teaching the gospel, the good news, because at no time does the Christ say that you were wrestling with anything. He spoke to everything. He spoke to the error. He didn't tussle with nothing.
Ooh, mic drop. Say that again to the crowd in the back. The back didn't hear you. Repeat that. Replay.
He spoke to everything. He didn't tussle with nothing. He didn't tussle with it. Speak to it. That's all. Your word.
Speak to your mountain. Speak to your mountain.
What did he say? If you have the faith as the grain of a mustard seed, you shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed. Not the strength to climb it, but the ability to move it.
And that's all you need is the faith of a mustard seed. Have you ever seen a mustard seed? And that little seed makes the most beautiful, biggest tree. And it's dinky. It's a dinky little seed. But that's all you need. And we all have been given the good measure of faith. So you don't have to increase your faith. Like, oh, you need to increase your faith. No, we've all been given the good measure of faith. So use that faith. Put it to work.
And the seed is what it is. So having the faith as the grain of a mustard seed, the grain of a mustard seed says it is a mustard tree. So your faith is whatever you're claiming yourself to be. That's the faith. It's not talking about how small something is. It's talking about what the something is. What are you declaring that I am? Then be that. The mustard seed isn't trying to become the tree. It is the tree, right? The acorn isn't trying to become the oak tree. It is the oak tree. So you're not trying to become abundant. You are abundant. You're not trying to become joyful. You are joyful. So I was watching Timothy Schultz, and he had a guy on there that had wrote a book on law of attraction, and he had been interviewed by Oprah Winfrey 4 times, right? And he, we always get confirmation bias. So I was getting my confirmation bias through him because, I tell you guys that feeling doesn't matter. He was saying the same thing. He said his book got 4 million copies translated in 17 countries. I believe 17 was the number. And he was saying that his initial desire was just to talk to Oprah. He wasn't trying to be on TV. He just wanted to talk to her. Well, it ended up being just more than just a talk. He actually got to be on her show 4 different times. See, he exceeded what his desire was. And so his thing was, yes, it's about your vibe. He'll say vibe, vibration. Your vibe is what you're giving your energy to, what you're giving your attention to. He was like, I couldn't have imagined what it would feel like to talk to Oprah. Because I've never done it before. I just gave my attention to what I wanted, or he would call it, I was vibing at the desire that I wanted. So I was giving my focus to it. He said, whatever you are experiencing is where you vibe at. And I would say, whatever you're experiencing is what you're focusing on. So we're saying the same thing, potato, potato. He's just using a different word for it. He was saying, which is what I would say, it's some things you've never experienced. It's going to be a little difficult trying to conjure up a feeling attached to it if you've never experienced it before. So you don't have to try to conjure up a feeling. If you know that you're experiencing something, that the natural outpouring or the product of that will be joy or excitement or nervousness. It could be anything. Your only job is to say that you already it, not try to figure out how you're going to feel because of it. Because the feeling is going to happen regardless. So you don't even have to try to conjure that up. All you have to do is speak to it. Talk as though it's already done. That's it.
And the moment you say that you are, you become it. So you don't have to try to, how does it feel to be that person? Or what are those feelings? Who cares? The moment you say, I am that I am. I am beautiful. I am amazing. Let's go with I am beautiful. The moment you say, I am beautiful, you become it. The moment you say it, you become it. So you stay there. I am beautiful. You have to say it. I mean, if you want to, you can say it 10,000 times a day.
It's up to
It's up to you, But you can say it as often as you want. You'll get yourself in your mirror. It's like, oh, look at that hot girl. Yeah, that's me. I'm beautiful. You walk away. But you keep saying it. You become it the moment you say it. So, because I've a couple of people that teach it, okay, present party excluded, that teach it on different platforms, say, well, you have to get that feeling of what it's like to be with your SP, or feel how it is to be beautiful. And you just said it. Well, if you've never had that feeling, how are you going to know? It's like going on a roller coaster ride. You don't know what that roller coaster feels like.
That's all part of the reason why you want to experience it, right? So
exactly.
You can get the feeling of
ding, ding, ding.
Right? Because everybody's not going to have it. He's like, oh, it made my stomach tinkle. It's like, oh, no, I just got excited. And I was screaming. I was hollering, do nothing to my body. Everybody's going
to. Or I threw up after it and I went on it again.
Yeah, I got on there and I wanted some barf. I threw up on the right. Yeah, everybody made my head hurt. I'm never doing that again. I was jerking me and made my neck hurt. Yeah, because I did some rides. I was like, that beat my doggone body up. I ain't never been on that ride. But people continue to land around the corner. But for me, I'm like, nope. My neck was hurting. I'm not. I think it was the Iron Wolf. I was like, what the? My neck was going. I'm like, I ain't never gonna. I'm good on that one, But I would have known that. I would have no idea what that ride would have been like if I never would have
experienced it. Exactly. So it's an experience. Enjoy the ride. Like the pirate. Do you guys remember that ride, the pirate? It's like a pirate ship. Mm. I remember going on it as a kid, and maybe because I might have been aware, because I think we all know this. We're just not aware of it. And I said to my mother's like, are you sure you want to go on that ride? And I said, I'm going to be fine, Mom, Mimi. I'm going to be fine. It's fine. It's a fun ride. And then I was like trying to find somebody to go on it with me. I was like, yeah, I like to have somebody, to go on it with me. I was saying to myself. And then a friend of the family was in the like way in the front, and she calls me. She's like, Gigi, come here, come on it with me. It was my friend Michelle. So I got to cut the line, so I didn't have to wait that long.
Right.
And I went with her. And let me tell you, it was crazy. It's like, my brain met my stomach met my brain, but I was having a good old time on that ride. And then I can hear my mother going, oh my God, the thing's going to break off, because it makes like that little creaky little sound to it. And it goes back and forth. And it's like this one little thing holding this big ship. Well, I went on it like 2 or 3 times, but I said to myself, oh, I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. Yeah. But, it's the experience, which is what they like, oh, you got to get the feeling first. No, you don't. You're going to go full life.
Allow yourself to experience it without having any preconceived notions.
Yep, that's it.
Just suspend anything of what you think it's going to be like and just let it be. We're going to let it be. Right. Love, knowledge. Hello.
Please, yeah, please.
Grand Awakening, Bonsai. Welcome.
Hey.
Hey, beautiful. How's it going?
It's good. How y'all doing?
Amazing.
Oh, I like your voice. I like it.
Thank you.
Pretty. I love it.
Oh, I love the conversation. I've been taking all these notes. I'm trying to keep the screen up, my notepad up, right?
Beautiful.
Awesome.
I did have some questions though. I know with the whole, we live in a hologram and it's not real and everything. And, we on social media and TikTok and stuff. And I don't know about y'all algorithms. And I don't know if it's just me and my hologram, but I run into these videos that are like, the news, like stuff like that. These are, stuff that's going on as real, I would say quotation tragic, and so how do y'all respond to those things that come up? Like, it's like, or is it just my hologram that it's showing up because of my frequency, or is it
because you're giving your attention to it? Because you watch it 3-5 seconds, whatever it takes for you to say that you like this content, it's going to give you more of it. Anything you give your attention to, it expands. So if something on, which I rarely see anything, I used to see it sometimes, I would get Donald Trump come up on my FYP, and it was always entertaining to me. And I was like, oh, he knows this truth. And that would be my perspective, because I would just listen to what he's saying. And I know the power of words. And so I'm just like, oh. Skin in the game. I know whatever the government does is to benefit me. So I look at it as entertainment. Let us entertain you, right? It's programming. And so it's feeding you a story, a narrative, and it's up to you what you're going to do with that information, because that's all it is. It's not truth, it's information. It's telling you a story to see if you'll agree with it or not. And I just truly look at it for entertainment purposes only. So I don't watch the news. That's a choice. I don't watch the news. And if I decided I am going to, listen to some news that happens to come upon my it's not a happening. It's not an accident. It's there because I'm supposed to see it, right? Because I'm broadcasting that maybe something within me is telling me there's something I need to be aware of. And so when I see it, I know it's like, oh, that's what they're doing today. That's the story they're trying to sell to people. All right, people, what y'all gonna do with this information? A lot of people get mad, get upset, operate in fear. But I'm just like, oh, this is what the propaganda machine is pushing out today. How fun. And I go about my day.
That's very similar to I have that similar kind of narrative when he comes up, or like just this, the whole political game, when it comes up and stuff like that. And what about those, like, because I try not to like nothing, like you said, it affects the algorithm. So I try not to listen for too long. But if someone comes up about, oh, my baby needs money for X, Y, and Z, especially like in the war in Palestine, like that stuff going on. And it's like, so how do you see that like, what's your perspective? Because we're all connected if we're all
I
one
don't see
consciousness.
it. I don't see it because my word is infinite abundance. I've never seen a video like that never on my FYP. Someone needing something from across the. Now I have had people come this has been a while though. Came in the live probably about 6-7 months ago, and they were coming saying, "Oh my boyfriend, he's doing this to me, and my baby and I, we don't have a place to stay. Can you send us some money? Can you send us a cash app?" And I'm just like, really? So your first thought was to come on TikTok and ask some money, not to find shelter in your own city. Like, you didn't go to the police station, you didn't go seek out shelter. You're using your time and energy to come on TikTok and ask for money. Yeah, this is a troll. This ain't, because it's about how you're perceiving things. So when I see, if I was to see something like that, right? I'm not Captain Save America. I'm not Captain America. I'm not here to save nobody. So the best I can do is for me to say, to use my mind lovingly on their behalf. If you feel the urge to send them something, that's on you. It's not a right or wrong. That's just that's how you're perceiving your reality, and you get to choose. Again, there's no right or wrong. For me personally, I would just say that they're going to figure it out. That the mind is so powerful. The I am that's operating in me, the consciousness that's in me is the same consciousness within them, and for whatever reason, they're creating this experience to have this experience. And so when they get tired of having the experience, they'll create something differently.
Okay.
And
Because
if you feel like you want to send them something, but I never give out of lack, I get out of abundance. So I don't give people something because they need it. So most people that come and ask me for something, they're going to be 9 times out of 10 told no, because I don't give out of need. I get out of abundance. So I'm going to give as my heart feels led to give. And it will never come up from a place of lack. Because I don't loan money. I only give things that I don't want to receive back. So if I'm looking to get it back from you, I won't give it to you. If I feel like me giving it to you is going to cause me to be like, oh, they say they will pay it back in this amount of time. Or they say, no, I don't loan money. If I want to give it, I give it. And if I don't, I won't.
okay.
That's just me, though. I'm just saying nobody got to do what I do.
No, I understand
You ain't
that.
got to do, because some people are like, oh, when somebody comes to me and I have it, I feel so guilty that I have it. Or I feel so bad that they don't have it. So I give. Hey, that's a you thing, not a me thing. I'm just telling you how I operate. I don't operate in guilt. I don't operate out of necessity. I don't operate out of obligation. I do a thing strictly because I feel led to do it and for no other reason.
Okay. And what about like the stuff going on like in Congo and Sudan and
I
things
have
like
no
that?
idea what's going on in Congo and Sudan. That's not my world. I have absolutely no idea what's going on in there.
Okay. And so since we're all one collective consciousness, and if these things are going like say, okay, so Congo,
Do
they're
you know these
saying
things
like,
are going on? Somebody told you these things. Like, have you visited Congo? Have you visited Palestine, Sudan? Have you actually physically went over there and saw these things, or was somebody telling you this is what's happening?
it's more like the videos. Like you see videos of like children doing like the mining the coals and the getting minerals from like going through this like slave trade. And they're getting minerals and putting in those same minerals are used in our iPhones. So it's like it's connected. So for me, it's like,
Or do you
okay, I
think
don't
we
want to
create
buy.
do you think we create our own reality or not?
Yes. Uh-huh.
So who's creating this reality?
So am I creating, seeing,
Well, yeah, because you think there's wrongness
witnessing?
in the world, so you're going to get confirmation of it. You think people are being mistreated. You think their child labor exists. So guess what your world says? You're exactly right. Let me give you proof. I don't think about those things, so I don't see them. That's not where I'm not putting my mind on wrongness and needing people to, that's not where my mind goes. So I don't see that in my reality.
Oh wow, okay. Dang. I ain't gotta get my mind right.
I mean, and it's only because you're either going to use your mind or somebody going to use it, right? Either you're going to tell yourself what you want to see or someone else is going to tell you what you should be seeing.
Oh, wow.
So you had to, but again, you're still creating it though. You have the belief that there's wrongness in the world, people are being mistreated, child labor exists, this is wrong, how should they be doing this, what can I do to help? And so that's the reality you're experiencing. So I discovered a long time ago, people don't need saviors, they just need to remember who the fuck they are. Since people don't remember who the fuck they are, they're going to create lack. As you just said, lack is the illusion. That's the error, not the truth. In the world of infinite abundance, it's enough for everyone to live like a billionaire. But because people buy into the belief in lack and there's limited finances, then that's why we have a rich-poor dichotomy. But that's just in the mind of the thinker. Because if you didn't think it, then you couldn't create it.
Before you awakened, did you see stuff like that? Like the stuff that I'm saying, like
I mean, of course, we used to, well, not to that extent, but of course, you watching TV, they always showing Africa, like you hear people that come from different parts of Africa, and they be like, you think that, Johannesburg was just about a bunch of poor, black kids swatting flies out of their eyes, and they only want to show Africa from a place of lack, right? They didn't speak of Africa in our United States of America on our television. It was always help them. They need your help. You always see these kids with protruding stomachs, and and then now go on YouTube and search out Johannesburg and the Ivory Coast and Ghana, and they modernized just like us. They live in their best life just like us. Will you find, poverty in the United States? You most certainly will, but that wasn't what was on the infomercials. They weren't talking about this, they may talk about the slums of the United States, but they're only going to show brown and black people as if there is no poor whites, but they exist. But is what's going to be shown on your television screen? No, because we were programmed to think that white people just automatically have this amazing life and everybody else is on the struggle bus. But we know that isn't true. We know poor right. We know people that are poor that are white. We know that isn't true. But that was what we was being fed to continue that mindset of division, and it's bad to have been born black, and if you were born white, then you hit the jackpot. And that's why white people struggle today, because they know that's not true. They know just because they were born white didn't instantly mean that their life was going to be great.
There's more poor white people than there are poor black people in the U.S.
But again, poverty is subjective, right? That's a subjective thing, because there's no such thing as poverty other than you're creating it in your mind. But it's because we believed what we were told. It's a belief system, right? And so that's what breaking through the matrix, busting loose from the money game, realizing the only reason why you're seeing it is because you're constructing it in your mind. If you gave your mind a different reality, then you will start to see abundance everywhere. Then you will start to see people living amazing lives, and you won't see the struggle bus. It's like when we went through 2020, and and it was this heightened fear of some people saying, how they weren't getting the stimulus, and they lost their jobs and they didn't have anything, and how they struggled. Well, that wasn't my reality. My reality was totally different. The people around me, they were living their best life. They still had their jobs. They still had their stimulus. They got to work from home. They got to have a totally different experience. So depending on who you talk to, 2020 was either the worst time of their life because people were getting divorces. They didn't like being with their spouses, with their children. They didn't like being with themselves. And so people started experiencing all kind of mental disorders. And then you had other people, they already knew who they were. those whole shutdown, lockdown was a blessing. They was like, yes, my children didn't want to go to school, so they were so hip hip hooray. I ain't got to go to school. They were loving it.
Yeah. That's so true.
It's true.
Some people hated their jobs, and they were like, "Ah, I ain't got to go to work, and I get to be at home, or I ain't got to commute." Or they closed it down, and it's like, oh, this allowed me to like really go figure out my passion. So many more business was birthed from that shutdown. It's perspective. It's what you're gonna do with that information.
You see things.
Yeah.
That's how you see it. Like my husband likes to not anymore, but recently he liked to fall asleep like watching all these atrocious stuff on YouTube, and wondering why he's having nightmares. I'm like, well, this is why you're having nightmares. So before going to bed, I say a prayer, and I say, my rest is peaceful, and my sleep is sweet, and my dreams are sweet. And I said, thank you, God, that whatever's on YouTube, even if he puts it on, you automatically, I don't know, put something about Singapore, something, but nice, like, travel, shows of pretty buildings and whatnot. So I was dreaming that I was in Singapore, and I went to Singapore in my subconscious. And when I woke up this morning, Lord and behold, right on YouTube, Singapore. The buildings, that beautiful hotel that looks like a boat, because I saw the movie Crazy Rich Asians, and now Singapore is on the bucket list. I'm going to Singapore next year. That's happening. Yeah. And I'm like, and I was literally on that hotel that looks like the boat and everything. And then when I woke up this morning, I went to use the bathroom, came back, YouTube was on, and there was Singapore. And I said,
oh my gosh,
God. Yeah. So whenever he does something, yeah, I just for me, manifestation, I pray. So I just prayed and said, I said, thank you. From now on, whenever he puts something, I don't know, whatever, it's going to give him nightmares. And, and in my dreams, I got to rescue him. And I'm wondering why I'm rescuing him. And I'm like thinking of my dream. I'm like, oh my God, he's watching YouTube. I was like, get me out of this dream. Put me somewhere else. Put me in France. Let's go to France. Why am I here trying to save him from Leatherface of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Because he fell asleep to it. So, I'm like, from now on, even whatever he puts on that doesn't work, just take me somewhere. Okay, so next go to Paris. Next dream, just cry on the beach, anything, something cool. Put me in a Ferrari. I don't care. Just something that's fun, that's nice. And ever since I've been doing that, I've been having like some really cool dreams, But it's my perspective. Now, if I would have been focusing on, oh God, he's still watching those stupid shows. Why won't he get that stupid show off? I don't want to see this. My awareness is still there. Even although I'm complaining about it and I don't want to see it, my awareness is still there. And I get it. I've been on TikTok and I've seen stuff that I don't want to watch. And I've been like, okay, yeah, I'll talk to TikTok. You know what? Stop showing me this. I don't want to see this anymore. Show me something about music. And then I'll swipe and music will pop up. Okay, more of that. Show me more of that. You talk to your mountain. If you don't want to see things about violence, speak to it. We can speak to our mountain. It even says it in the Bible. And to believe is to speak. You don't have to have any kind of like belief feeling or say, oh, I believe. No, if something is bothering you in life, all right, let's say somebody comes up to you. Okay, you're at a bar, okay? And you're having a drink with your girlfriends, blah, blah, blah. And some dude comes up to you you're not into. You say, I'm sorry, mister, I'm not into you, bye. You send him away, right? And he has no choice but to leave, right? It's the same thing. If something in your reality shows up that you don't like, tell it to go away. And then get your focus away from it. You know what? I don't want to see that. I want to see dancing. I want to see people dancing ballet or dancing hip hop. Or, if you like Drake, I want to see songs about Drake. And before you know it, I don't know. It's like we create our reality. Right. TikTok will do what you say. All of a sudden, you'll see videos about Drake. Now watch. When this is over, I'm gonna test it. After this live is over, I want to see videos about Drake. I want to see videos about Drake, and I'll let you guys know if I saw videos. And I'm sure I'm going to see videos about Drake.
Right,
but
right. Hold on.
you know,
Yeah.
yeah. Go ahead.
I just want to bring Dr. Alicia. Hello, how are you? Into the conversation. You can unmute. You unmuted, then you went back. There you go.
Hello, ladies. I'm just listening in for right now. It's so funny because I don't even know how I even got on the panel, but I'm just going to listen in,
Oh,
and when it's time for me to chime in, I will. But thank you, ladies, for this beautiful conversation today.
oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for joining. Yeah, say I know a lot of times we be probably tapping the screen, we accidentally hit the invite uh button because you just all you got to do is hit one of these squares and then that's you send an invite. So it's so easy to do. Hello, Royal. That's my guy. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, family, how y'all doing?
Great. How are you?
Good,
Royal.
good,
Hey.
good. Great day, great day. I caught a little bit of the end of what Gigi was saying, but yeah, that's one of the things I'm working on right now is just like commanding the mind. Just like, no matter what situation comes up, just like, okay, you're gonna find the best outcome from this, and just kind of directing it to to take that route.
Yeah.
But back to the book on I don't know if you guys already talked to it, but phase one and phase two, where it was talking about how phase one of the human experience is kind of like our programming and everything. And phase two is like when we kind of awaken, what people call a spiritual awakening.
Mhm.
Uh, so, yeah, I definitely felt that. I'm sure everybody here, anybody on Toya's Live has felt that as well. But mine had came through the same time COVID hit. And in my mind, COVID happened just for me. You know what I mean? Like I was like, yeah, the whole world shut down so I could wake up. And
Yep.
yeah,
To be by yourself, get to
be by
know
myself to sit
thyself.
down, stop chasing and, chasing money and doing all this crazy stuff, just keeping my mind busy. It sat me down for the first time in my life. And yeah, just woke up to so many truths and been a journey ever since.
Yes, beautiful. So we're gonna finish the second chapter so we can get to the third chapter. The last bullet point was the sun and clouds. Think of your true self as the sun, always shining with infinite power. The limitations and problems you experience are like clouds you've created and put in front of the sun, convincing yourself they are real and the sun is gone. You've convinced yourself that you are powerless when you're actually infinite power. You convinced yourself of lack, of dis-ease, of hatred, as Reverend Ike would say, hatred and hatred, and despondency and anxiety, and you're creating all of these constructs to convince yourself that you're unworthy and undeserving, when that is the error, that is the illusion, when you're actually infinite abundance. You're infinite in all things. There's no lack anywhere. That's the error. The truth is that none of these things that you're seeing actually exist except in your mind. They only exist in your mind, nowhere else. And so when you have the mindset that the world is a cruel place, that the world, is full of lack and people being mistreated and taken advantage of, you're going to create scenarios and you're going to feed upon that system of beliefs. And you're going to be fed proof of that mindset. You're always going to get confirmation bias. And so the point I want to make about, when I was talking about, COVID or what have you, and how you had those who who had a lot and those who didn't. And people would make the reference, well, the rich people, they're in their own world. They don't understand, how people are, don't see life like they don't even know how much a gallon of milk costs. They don't even know how much, a gallon of gas costs. And you're exactly right. Rich people do live in a different world, in a different reality. They live in a world of abundance. They see that, is that money comes with, now I'm not going to say that all of them aren't working for it. I'm not going to say all rich people are perceiving wealth the same way, right? But they have tapped into that mindset that says they have the right to have a certain type of income. However, they're determining and receiving the income, hey, that's independent on who's perceiving that reality. But there's a reason why while there is a wealth gap, while there are people who think that struggle, hard work, and chasing is the way, where others have because you have rich people that chase and strain after money as well. They, there are 3 types of people when it comes to the money game, right? It may be 4 types, right? You have those that are rich, that's rich in all areas, peace, love, as well as money. And then you have those are rich, they're only rich in the money. They only have in there, but every other area of their life is in jambles, right? But the money, they figured that out. They figured out how to get money, but they haven't figured out how to find the partner that they want. They haven't figured out how to not try to worry about how they're going to sustain this wealth, right? And then you have the third option of the fourth person. The third option would be those who are poor in spirit, but so that's really what I just said. So poor in spirit, but rich in finances, rich in spirit and rich in finances. And then you have those who are poor in all areas, right? They don't see a way out. Their whole life is jambled. It's all misconstrued. It's all like they can't see a way out when it comes to finance, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to their health. They're just, in their mind, poor all the way around. But that is the illusion. Poverty doesn't exist except in the mind. Oh, you just saw Dragonfly. Oh, wow. Oh, that is amazing. Yes. Wow. And remember, there's nothing wrong with experiencing what we call the lack mindset, because when you experience what you don't want, it gives you clarity of what you do want. And the thing is that you have to realize you don't have to stay there. Just because you may be experiencing in your mind, low finances or instability in your finances doesn't mean that has to be the end of the story. You get to rewrite it, because this is your world. This is your reality. Nothing is fixed. It's all an illusion. And so that's we're going to bust loose from the money game and realize you get to write the rules. You are playing the rules that someone else created. Now you get to write your own. You can manifest for anything, Kirsty. You can manifest for anything, any area of your life. And so chapter 3 is everything you experience is a holographic illusion created by you. So love, knowledge, all those questions you're asking about what's happening out there is actually not happening out there. It's happening within you. And you're just getting confirmation of what you believe to be true about your world. Because if you didn't think it, you couldn't see it.
Oh, wow, that's deep. Oh my gosh.
Because he said there's no out there.
Whew.
I know, right? It's like, man, you like, really? Like,
Talk about a slap in the face, huh?
It's slap everywhere I go.
It's kind of like a different way of, because Neville would say, well, this world is dead. it only has life because of you. You animate this world through your attention, through your consciousness. That's why he would always say that you could stop things and then restart them. Like he would say, he would stop people's motion. He would stop what was going around, and everyone would appear to be statue, not just the people, but everything in the reality. If a leaf was falling, it would stop in mid-flight to the ground. If someone was pouring something, it would stop as it was being poured and freeze, saying that we are the ones causing things to take form and shape in our reality.
Is it like similar to like the dream state? Like when you're dreaming at night and you're like in one place, but you're like in 2, 3 places at the same time, or like just all these just magical beyond, just all types of stuff just happening. And so is that just like our like this hologram that we live in right now? Is it like similar to that lucid dream experience, that it does feel like an illusion in the dream state? So is it like another version of a dream that we're in?
Yeah, we're just awakened in this dream. And then when we're asleep, we're just extending the dream. Because we never sleep, right? The body is just recharging. The body is a battery. So the body is just like your cell phone. It's running out of energy and it has to be recharged. And so when you go to sleep, when you rest the body, you're just recharging it.
Oh,
But your subconscious, your mind is always active. That's when the Bible says that God never sleeps nor slumber. Well, God is your imagination. God is your subconscious mind. It never sleeps nor slumber, right? Because you don't stop breathing because the body is at rest, right? Your blood doesn't stop. Your heart doesn't stop. Your lungs doesn't stop just because the body's at rest.
oh, do you remember what scripture that is? I know I can look it up real quick, but
No, I don't. I don't
oh,
know.
I love that. I need that. Hold on.
God never sleeps nor slumbers. And so the first point in chapter 3, and then I'll let whoever else want to take over the chapter from chapter 3. Reality is a hologram. Cutting edge science suggests that the tangible reality we perceive is an illusion, a projection from a deeper level of existence called the 0-point field. The field, in parentheses. The field is energy with infinite potential. So does anyone want to speak to the holographic universe that we are experiencing?
I don't know if y'all ever heard
I
of
just
Dr.
wanted to
Joe
say one
Dispenza. Oh, go ahead.
thing that I really liked about chapter 2 is when they talk in the base, he's talking to his friend in space, like that whole thing about possibility. Like, again, just noticing how, just shifting how I look at the world and my life, my reality, and go switching
Oh, you're breaking
that
up.
old mindset to like every situation that's, just the possibility. I really like that.
Thank you. Yes, it's showing that you have low Wi-Fi.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Yep, the possibility. Go ahead, Royal. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying, Dr. Joe Dispenza, he's like a neuroscientist, and he talks a lot about the electromagnetic energy field, and a lot of his meditations are like geared towards that, where it's like infinite possibilities that you could tap into, you know. Yeah, just just like how you always say, it's just like wherever we direct our mind is what's going to become our reality, and that's just pulling from that field. And I love how science proves a lot of this stuff now.
Yep.
So
And then when you share with people, they're like, well, I don't agree with science. Yeah, you don't only agree with science when it's
when it works for you,
yeah.
right? When it's gravity or something, you're like, oh yeah, science is real.
Or you're saying that nothing is solid. Oh no, they went too far.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of doctors, scientists, a lot of them are Bruce Lipton talks a lot about it.
Yeah.
He's like a what was he like he does like
Yeah. Epigenetic.
epigenetics and
Yep.
stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's a lot of proof in there.
Yeah. But even if science didn't agree with you, you know from your own experience what you're perceiving, right?
Yeah, for sure. But it's good to have that confirmation when it's like, it's good to have some confirmation in the 3D.
What confirmation from other people? Because my confirmation is my experience. I don't need another. I
No,
don't need
right,
anyone
but
else to
no,
validate
what I'm saying is like, let's say like something comes to me, right, and then I go watch a podcast or read a book or something, and then it confirms that like it's something that already came, like some knowledge that already came from within me, and then something on the outside confirms it. Not that I need it to confirm it, but
Right,
it's just
right. Gotcha.
beautiful that it does confirm it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. Yep, that's it. Yep. Understanding this is, nothing is real, and that's the part that will boggle the mind, right? What do you mean nothing is real? Nothing is solid. That things are only there because of my perspective of it.
Yeah.
Yep, it says that consciousness creates. Your consciousness, the real you, interacts with the field. When consciousness focuses on the field with a specific intent, it collapses infinite possibility into a single possibility, creating a pattern. And then the pattern plus power equals illusion. Your consciousness applies power to this pattern, causing it to pop out as a holographic illusion that appears absolutely real. So that meaning everyone in your experience does not exist except your perception of it. It's only because you created the pattern to give it reality does it appear real to you. And what do you want to say, Latoxic?
Oh, I was just thinking about how, the proof is in the pudding, right? And the sense of if you think negatively, you're going to continue to think more negatively. You're going to continue to relive and experience things that are negative. It's confirmation bias. That is the law, right? Look, whatever we perceive is what becomes real. Therefore, none of this is real because how is that possible? Right? Like, how is that possible? So it has to be true. And even if there are other worlds out there where other people are living, as we know, like other people are living in their own worlds, we still only perceive the world from our unique perspective, which means we are God because we are choosing how to interpret our world based on our own perception.
That's it. Man, isn't that something?
It's wild. It's actually a lot of power.
Very powerful. And that's what we did. We convinced ourselves that we were powerless.
Yep.
Played the hide and seek game with ourselves. We hid the truth in our heart. And we knew that would be the last place we'd find it. We would never go looking for it from within. We was always going to start on the outside.
Yes. Like in the book, when it talks about how there's it's all a movie, right? Everyone has their roles. Everything is already planned out. The script is already written, and that's how we decided to experience the human experience as, powerful beings. And it's all an illusion. It's Hollywood.
Yep. Lights, camera, action.
Exactly. It's Hollywood. I was just looking over my notes, so I was trying to go back over them. But yeah, it's all what we perceive it to be. And you'll know this when you experience someone who has a completely opposite perception than you do, and how to them it is 100% real, even though to you it is not real at all. Like I had dated a guy who was he was just kind of pessimistic. So he was, more or less kind of, he didn't like technology. He was someone who worshiped like the past and thought everything was better in the past and blah, 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 blah. And I'm, a technophile. So to me, I'm like, what are you talking about? But long story short, we perceived the world completely different. It was, we were on two different pages. And to him, his world is 100% real.
Right.
And to him, it is real. And to him, the world is getting worse. And to him, people are becoming more dumb and people are, becoming worse and all of that. That wasn't my experience. That wasn't my world. And that just proves the power that we have. Because how are we both in the same earth in the 3D plane and experiencing two wildly different experiences?
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes. That's it. We're all experiencing our own quote unquote belief system, awareness, consciousness, assumptions, into whatever, however you want to say it, our own holographic universe, our own song, one song, because there is only one song, but it has many different melodies, harmonies, instruments, right? And so I like that Gigi found the scripture, Psalm 121, 3 and 4. He will not let your foot slip. He who watches over you will not slumber. Indeed, he who watches over Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. Because we know the he in that scripture is your awareness. That's the he. I know we read the Bible and we see he. We should say she. We should see he, she, they be, it be, yes be. Because some people see that he and they really think, man, it was someone that came on the lab and I had to end the conversation just when it was getting interesting when he said that the woman was created in the image of the man.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, damn, I gotta pick up my grandson. I was like, what?
Hilarious.
Hilarious. I was like, okay.
Just saying anything. But in his world, that's true. But
I mean, because, yes, like I said, you can make that Bible say anything because, I mean, yes, if we're going to take the Bible literal and you're saying that the woman came from the man, didn't the woman get created in the image of the man? If you're going to say the woman came out of the rib of a man? So I see where he's getting his doctrine.
Yeah.
Because taking the Bible literally and thinking that a woman actually came from the rib of a man, that you would have to say, yes, the woman was made in the image of the man. You could draw that conclusion. But then you're going to have to not account for let us make male and female in the image of it, in our image, after our likeness.
Yeah, then he'd have to say
He
that
created
God is woman.
Right? Male and female in the image he created them. Not that the scripture doesn't say that the woman was created in the image of the man. It say they were created in the image of God. Not that the woman was created in the image of man. But hey, you can read into that script whatever you want. Because again, ain't none of this shit real. So you can make it say whatever you want to say.
But I think looking at this just as individuals and as society, like all the rules that we just put on top of ourselves is just crazy,
The rules
The
make
rules
you broken.
that we do it, man.
Yeah, we just to box ourselves in to limit ourselves.
Smaller and smaller, yeah.
Yep. That's it. Did you want to say something, Love Knowledge?
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm just still processing everything. This stuff is so deep. I feel like I got called out so heavy today by my my higher self. Like just waking me up more. You know what I mean? Because for me, I was into numerology. I don't know if you got into that at any point in your awakening, but with my name being Jessica President, my last name being President, I always felt like I had to be some type of leader, and I was always a leader in a lot of parts of my life. And then when I did the numerology, it said that I was a philanthropist, humanitarian when I was like, I think I saw it when I was 21. I'm 34 right now. So that programming of, okay, I'm a humanitarian, like this is my, so I guess that I just took on that narrative. And so
Identity, yeah.
the identity, oh. So I'm over here like trying to create these nonprofits and Join to save the children. Oh Lord! And somebody wrote "feed the children" down here, right? So, yes, I really appreciate this conversation because I still try to stay with the book because I got some of it, I read some of it, but I'm still trying to find the free copy and stuff. So I'm tapped in, but I was like, I know we're talking about the hologram, so I feel like I still just kind of get my questions in. So I didn't mean to throw anybody off if I did, but I really appreciate it. I needed this and yeah, so I'm still processing everything. So yeah.
Okay. Wow. Go ahead, Gigi.
What I liked about this chapter, and it's what Love Knowledge was saying. It's true. I was into numerology and astrology and all that kind of stuff. I'm in Aries, and I've dated, and been friends with people that are Cancer, Aquarius, all different signs. Oh, you're not supposed to be friends with that sign because you're a fire sign and they're an earth sign, and because I was thinking that way, because I accepted that thought, there were friends that were other signs that I wasn't getting along with until I changed it. Until I said, you know what? Pardon my French, fuck this. I get along with everybody, regardless of what sign they are, where they come from. I get along with everybody. And I have friends of different horoscope signs that I get along with because I immediately let go of that identity that, oh, I'm an Aries, and oh, like I see on TikTok here, oh, Aries like to start fights and stuff. No, we don't. I don't like to start fights with people. So I don't accept that identity. So it's the identity that you accept. They also told me that I was supposed to be a teacher. I said, no, I'm not. I'm a musician. I'm a rock star. I play music. That's what I do. I don't care what the numbers say. I don't give a shit. Those are numbers to me. It don't mean a thing. Like age is nothing but a number. That's nothing but a number. It doesn't identify me unless I accept it. So, if you are, if you feel in your heart of hearts that you're supposed to be something, but some either a teacher, your parents, numerology, astrology tells you not to do it, and you accept that identity, they say, oh no, you're really supposed to be a philanthropist, or you're really supposed to be a doctor, and you go that route, but it doesn't feel right because you're not supposed to be doing that. You're supposed to be doing something else that's in your heart. I mean, the same thing happened with me. Like I was working in an office doing office work, and I hated it when I really wanted to be playing music. So I gave all that up and gave myself 100% to music, and now I'm happy because to me it's not a job. It's an enjoyment. So it's the label you give you. It's like my homeboy, Dr. Joseph Murphy. I'm sorry, I love referring him. I'm sorry, he's my homeboy.
Yeah, I switched him out for Neville. I'm like, if I'm going to listen, because I was listening to Neville, and for some reason I was not rocking with Neville. I was listening to a video, and then I turned on Joseph Murphy. I was like, oh, this for some reason I'm feeling more Dr. Joseph Murphy. I'm rocking with it because he's not so. Neville gets to be a little woo woo. And so, dude, he tries to make it light because that was his experience. That has to be everyone's experience. No, dude, that's your experience.
Right.
You seeing a Jesus as a blue-eyed, blonde-haired, really, babe? Really? That's what we doing, Neville. You telling people that you had a mystical experience and you saw the Christ as a blue-eyed, blonde-haired baby? Come on. Like, that's some BS. I was like, that really kind of turned me off on Neville. Because what we doing here? If this all supposed to be spiritual and ain't none of this shit real, now why are you trying to bring it down to that level? I would.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, what I was saying is, I remember how the lady was on the ship and told one person, oh, I think you look sick. You're probably getting seasick. And that person accepted it and became seasick. And then she went to one of the sailors and said the same thing. And then the sailor said, no, I'm not. I've been on boats all my life. I never get sick. And go away. I mean, he ignored her. And he's like, I never get sick. And he never got sick. So it's the identity that you're willing to accept. You're either going to accept that somebody says something about you, or you're going to accept what you say about yourself. Now, you can change it. If you accepted something that somebody said about you and that no longer serves you, then you can change it. The beauty about this is that set
You're breaking up, Gigi.
That's why yeah. Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
It's the revision.
Mm-hmm.
And what I liked about this chapter, back to the book, what I loved about this chapter is that, and I love the title, Hollywood, but that you make the movie. Like you've told us before, you're the star, you're the casting director, you're the producer, you're the writer, you're the cameraman, you cast the extras, you cast everything, and then you play that movie. So yeah.
Yep. You're all of it. Tag, you're it. And I'm not saying that you
Tag,
can
you're it.
glean stuff from Neville, because I gleaned a lot. I learned a lot from Neville. And so I'm not throwing away the baby with the bathwater. I'm not going to take everything he say and make it my personal reality, right? To me, just stick to the truth. Your mystical experiences are your mystical experiences. Don't try to people think that everyone's going to have the same experience, because they're not. We're all here to our unique expressions of the divine. Unique, which means my journey and path is going to be unlike anyone else's. That's it. So that's all I'm saying. When you get into his mystical teachings, take it with a grain of salt, because they were his mystical experiences. That doesn't mean it's true for everyone, but that's how he tries to say it. Like everyone is going to have this experience like he did. And that's simply, come on now. If you're creating your own reality, why would you create his reality as yours? No, create your own. Experience your own. And so I like
so what's
here.
on here?
Yep. And so what I like here.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
That's okay. The last 3 bullet points for chapter 2, he says, your body, other people, objects, places, events are all holographic illusions. Money, bank accounts, bills, income, debt, all are holographic illusions. The illusion must be incredibly detailed and convincing, or the game would end. And that's what we're doing. We're ending the money game. We're starting to see that it was all just a hologram. It was all just an illusion. And being that it's an illusion, you get to change the rules. You're not locked into the rules that was set up in phase 1. You now get to create your own rules in phase 2, because you are the limitless being with infinite potentiality. And all you have to do is decree and declare what it is you want to experience. Give that your focus, and then it just happens. What do you want to say, Gigi?
Yes. That in this chapter, he was saying that why is it that we love going to the movies? And we love going to the movies because it kind of takes us on an adventure. It gives us a feeling, like we're experiencing something. Like you watch a horror movie and you'll be sitting at the edge of your seat.
Yeah, you're going to be scared.
Yep. You hear a little noise and you're looking around like, what's that? What the hell? Or your phone will ring, especially, especially in the 80s, you get that. Be watching a horror movie and the phone will ring, be like, damn it. It scares the crap out of you. Like I was watching a suspenseful movie the other day. My husband came and he said, hi, baby. I'm like, baby. He's like, what are you watching? Or you'll watch like a suspense movie. You're wondering, well, who did it? Was it the butler? And it turns out, it was the victim. The victim, it was all along, it was the victim that was, perpetrating this whole thing. Yeah. Or you'll watch a funny movie and something funny will happen and you'll just be laughing your butt off. And you'll think about it later and you'll still laugh your butt off about it. It gives you that feeling. So when you are imagining your movie, you put yourself there. And how do you put yourself there? By repeating it. How many times have we watched a movie? I mean, to the point where we can quote it, we can act it. We know what's going to happen. I mean, I used to drive my brother crazy with the movie Saturday Night Fever. We're going back, 1970 something. When that came out, I knew John Travolta's part, the girl's part, the one that he puts aside, the dance moves. And I've maybe seen the movie like 2 or 3 times, to the point that my brother would mute the movie and let me play the parts. And his friends would be like, "Why aren't you playing the movie?" He's like, "Why? When she knows all the parts, might as well watch her." You know?
That's cute.
And same thing with like the Warriors, any movie, I can quote it, you know? Why? Because I've seen it so many times. So play your life movie. I'm going to play my life movie and watch it so many times and quote it. That's what the perspective I got of this chapter is: create your movie and play it. Can your movie be edited? Absolutely. Can you delete some parts from it? Absolutely. Can you add some parts to it? Absolutely. You rent a DVD of a movie, they show you the deleted parts, they show you the edited parts. You can watch the unedited version, the director's cut, the made-for-TV version, right? Like whenever my husband's telling a story, I'm like, okay, he gave you the made-for-TV version, now I'm going to give you the director's cut, because I'm going to give you the whole thing, right? So it's the same thing. And this chapter really, like, you know, tickled my fancy, because it really opened my eyes, like, oh my God, yeah. Play your movie. Play your life. Play your life how you want it. Play it in your head. Recite it. Or like my girl Tama, I think her name is. She said that even though she was living in her old place, she was decorating her old place as if it was her new place, and seeing it that it was her new place. And all of a sudden she got her place. So play your movie.
Play your movie. Like I was telling a young lady yesterday, she was saying she wanted to get a job, and she had manifested a free home, and her thing was like she just wanted a home, and she didn't know she would inherit it. She got it. And she said the thing is, it took 4 years. And so she's like, well, I want to work, but I just don't want it to take that long. I'm like, well, we know it don't take 4 years to get a job. Unless you create the reality, it takes 4 years to get a job. But I was like, so when do you want to work? And she was like, oh, shoot, I will work next week, tomorrow. I said, really? So if someone called you tonight and told you to come to work tomorrow, would you be ready? And she's like, I guess the hesitation me, no, I wouldn't be ready. But that's okay. You know, that's okay. That's neither here nor there. I said, but this is how you can prepare yourself for your job. You know, do you know what you would wear? Do you have the outfit? You know, get up every morning as though you're going to this job and dress the part.
Yes, exactly.
Just the part. You know,
for success.
You know, or you could do it in your mind. You could do it in your mind. You can imagine that you're doing it, or you could physically do it. Like you're getting ready every morning as though you're going to work. And her thing was, I don't want to hate my job. Well, that's not what we should be focusing on. Why are we creating hate in the job that we're going to get? No.
So you love your job.
We don't talk about not liking the job. Like why would your mind go there that the job that you want to do, that you want to work, you're going to see yourself hating it? Like, no. No, you want to work, right? So you're going to find a job that's enjoyable, that people love you, your manager, your supervisor, they can't, you know, they're just like, man, you're like a breath of fresh air. You're like sunshine at the job. You know, you just really get along with with everyone, you know, because every job I ever had, I've never lost. I've always walked away from it. And I was always told, oh my God, Toyia, if you ever want to come back, the job is yours. I was always told that. I was always the one that everyone loved on a job because I was never late. I did my job and I didn't cause any problems. And I was exceptional at what I did. I don't care what job it was. I was always told to apply for promotions. I wouldn't be thinking about the promotion. And people would be like, are you going to apply for that position? Oh, you must be asking, like the hiring manager, like, oh, you must be asking me that because you want me to apply for it because you're going to give it to me. Got you. Yes, I'm going to apply for it. And I know I would have it, you know, because the last job that I had, well, not the last job, but before I got married the first time, I worked at the Chicago Board Options Exchange. And you either could work for the exchange or you will work for firms at the exchange. Well, one of my managers, supervisors, they end up leaving the exchange and working for one of the firms. And he came back and he was like, man, we worked together and I love the way you did everything. And, you know, I'm suggesting that they hire you. So they hired me and I end up being the highest paid of the clerks when I was working there. And when I was getting married the first time, I decided to let go of the job. And they were like, oh my goodness, if you ever come back, we just really enjoyed you. They took me out for lunch and all of that. And, I even won free Janet Jackson tickets as well. Sweet when Janet
Nice.
Jackson did her Red Velvet tour. And they were like, and then the clerks are all trying to figure out, well, she's leaving. Can we take her salary and divide it amongst everybody? That was funny to me. And I was like I was the only minority at the firm in making the most amongst the clerks. And I didn't have a college degree. I didn't finish college. So,
Exactly. I mean,
and I didn't know nothing about this mind science stuff either. But I always I have always been a person that was very optimistic when it came to what I could do and the possibilities that were for me.
if you say that you're going to have a good time at the job, it's going to be a great experience. You say that your boss loves you, they will. I was working for a graphic company in LA where they would make the posters for like the movies and stuff like that. And they did the poster for the movie The Grinch with Jim Carrey. So as a thank you, Disney gave us tickets to go see hockey, and I love hockey.
Ooh.
And I really wanted to go. I was temping there. I wasn't even permanent. I was temping there, and I was saying, man, I'd love to go to that. And then I just started saying, I'm going to that. I'm going to that. I said, thank you, God, for finding a way that I'm going to that. So it was getting ready to go home, and no sign of it yet. And I was like, that's okay. And I'm thinking to myself, thank you anyway. That's okay. And I let it go. And then all of a sudden, as I'm getting ready to leave, the other supervisor runs over and he goes, hey, I'm glad I found you. And I'm like, oh, what's going on? Do you need me to make a copy of something? Is everything okay? I'm thinking it's work related. And he goes, no, do you want to go see the LA Kings play at the Staples Center? The person was supposed to go, and they decided not to. And I said, are you kidding? Hell yeah, I'd love to. So I had like no makeup on, whatever, didn't care. Got in the car, and the moment that we got in this like big like bus limo thing that they had, they were all happy to see me, and it was an amazing time. Saw the game. I even made it onto a commercial because I'm holding a Budweiser bottle and I'm watching the two hockey players beat each other up, and we're up on the top part in one of the suites, and we had like free beer, free lobster rolls, you name it. They had our own bartender, you name it, comfortable seats, and I'm up there watching because I love when they fight in hockey, and I'm holding I wasn't even aware of how I was holding the Budweiser bottle. And I'm going, yeah, beat him up, kick his butt. Yeah. He said your mother's a slut, things like that. And they're beating each other up. And so they put me on the Jumbotron. I wasn't even aware that I was on that thing. And all of a sudden, like about maybe a few minutes later, the people have me sign a waiver. And I'm like, why am I signing a waiver? And they're like, oh, because you made it in a commercial. You're going to be in a commercial, and you were on the Jumbotron, and you're going to be seen on TV. I'm like, really? Okay. And we're sending you a check. I'm like, oh, great. Thanks. So the next day, of course, I have a hangover. Went to work late because everybody was going to work at like noon. I got back from home. Got back from work. My mother calls me and she says, why am I watching you on television? I just saw you on ESPN, en Espanol. You're holding a Budweiser bottle. Who are you fighting? And I'm like, Mom, I was at the hockey game. And it was like, really? And so I ended up getting a check for like I think it was like $5,000. They sent me a check. I couldn't believe it when I saw that amount of money. But because I let it go, I wanted to go to it, but I got rid of the want. And I said, that's okay. That's okay. And I'm thinking, okay, that's okay. No worries. All right. Next time. And it showed up.
Yes.
And got all these benefits out of it. We went on, I wasn't even knowing we were going to go in a limo. We went in a limo, got to eat all these different kinds of foods. Had to have all these kind of drinks. I even had shots with the president of the freaking company. Got in a commercial, all this kind of stuff. Because when the Bible says, He gives above and beyond exceedingly all we can ask.
Yes.
So you can ask for something and you're thinking it's that one thing, and then like it's another thing and another thing and another thing and another thing, even something you didn't even think would come to you.
Yeah.
But he gives you above and beyond all we can ask. The moment that we just say, here you go, thank you, and you trust it, get ready for that ride, because it's going to be a beautiful ride. You're going to love it.
Oh, I love that. Yes, yes. That's what we need to hear. You know, too many times we're hearing about the struggle way of life, even on this side. And to hear that it's amazing, it's beautiful, it's fantastic. Expect a joy, expect it to be, you know, exhilarating and exciting. You know, too many times we're just cautioned, like, be careful, expect, no. Why not expect the best? Why not prepare people to expect the joy of life, the ease of life, the wonderfulness of life? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful, right? That's what you will hear Neville Goddard saying, and that other guy that was supposedly taught by Abdullah. I forget it, because there was 3 people that was supposed to be taught by Abdullah. It is wonderful. I think he was saying, Neville would say, isn't it wonderful? And then, you know, like, why not prepare yourself, your mind to dream better than the best you know? Get out of the mindset of trying to caution or forewarn people for the worst case scenario. No, prepare people to expect better than the best. As Gigi said, now unto him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all you could ever ask or think, according to the power that works within you. And that power never fails. That power is infinite. It's the only power. It is limitless. It can go far beyond. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, neither has it entered into the hearts of man the things that God has in store for them who love him and walk upright. What does love? You know, trusting, accepting what is upright, thinking right, thinking the best, the very best. That's what upright is. It's not going to the lore and thinking negatively and thinking the worst, doing the Murphy's Law. What can go wrong? No, let go of that mindset and embrace the possibility and endless abundance just raining down, right? Prove me here now within see, if I will not open up the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing that you do not have room enough to receive. That's what we need to be preparing our minds for the heavens to open up. Melodies of heaven rain down on me. Rain down on me. Expect the melodies, that melodic sensory of excitement and joy and peace and love and abundance, riches of all things. The richness of the Spirit is infinite. It's not limited. Take the limitations off.
And I just had an epiphany, because the moment I just remembered that at that time, when it didn't look like it was going to happen, I took away the want and was still happy, still felt good, whether I got it or not. So even though it didn't seem like it, I said, you know what? Okay. Thank you. Okay. All right. And went about, and I still felt good, went about my merry way. And then that's when it just showed up. So you take away the want. It's okay to desire something, but the moment you're like, you know what, either way, I'm going to be okay. I want to experience this, but either way, I'm going to be okay. And the moment you do that, the don't give a shit method, you don't care.
Yeah.
It just poof, it shows up. Like it smacks you in the face, like, dude, where you been? Here you are. You know, like, and here I'm thinking he's asking me to work. You know, I wasn't even thinking about the hockey game and the thing. Mm-hmm. I let it go. And I'm thinking, okay, he maybe needs me to work, maybe needs me to do something. It turns out he was inviting me to go. Turns out somebody decided not to go. Yeah. So, you know, it's when we trust and we let it go. Let it go means like, it's you're not harboring it. You're just trusting that it's a done deal. It shows up. And it shows up at its appointed time. Because who knows, maybe it might have been that hockey game. Another hockey game would have shown up and it would have been better. Who knows? Or it would have been a basketball game. Who knows? Yeah. But you do receive abundantly and exceedingly beyond of what you asked. Yeah. It's like, like you it's like, wow, I would have never thought I'd be in a commercial. I would have never thought I'd be doing shots with the president. I would have never thought I'd be in a limo. None of this. I just wanted to go to the game. But hey, if you want to add extra to the buffet, I welcome it. Thank you.
Hey, we love that. Hey, we love that. Oh. So we're going to move to the 4th chapter, unless Latai seeking Royal, you have something
yes,
you want
please.
to share about the 3rd chapter?
I did want to, a while back you had mentioned about the scripting and just like how you can write your own script, and it made me think of how companies write vision statements every year. Excuse me. And they know what's out there. They know what the risks are, but they plan for the risks, and they're always planning for success. They never plan for failure. They never plan to lose money. They're always planning to increase what they've done compared to the last year. And it just reminded me how important that is.
Yes, that's beautiful. Yep. When you just look at it from that perspective, everyone, some people say they do it quarter by quarter, right? They look at what they did profit-wise and how they can expand or expound on the previous quarter. Yep, that's how it goes. That's how you can do. You can say, oh, okay. From moment to moment, you can rewrite or revise, give a new vision. It's just, there are no rules to this. And that's what the limitation created the rules, when the limitless being does not live by any rules. Did you have anything to say, Royal?
I was going to say, some of the experiences we go through, like, we might even pre-plan some of these things for us to go through just so we can see our power going through them. You know what I mean? Like, some things that pop up in this 3D world. And phase 1, we want to like control it. We want to change the outside. We want to change people. We want to change situations. Versus our phase 2, where it's like, okay, we go within. We either revise or we look at, what did we, what was our mindset that might have drew this situation to us, or just, you know what I mean? Like, so I think a lot of these different experiences that we experience can just show us more of our power.
Yes.
It might be us showing us our power, you know what I mean? Our limited self. Our unlimited self. Having our limited self go through these things so we can realize our unlimited self.
Yep. That's it.
And don't plan for the worst. Don't think that because good things are happening in your life, don't look for the other shoe to drop, or don't think, okay, it's good now, but this is going to happen. No, stay on the good. It's good and it's going to get even better. It's good and it's going to get even greater. It's good and it's going to be the best. This is just the beginning. There's more to come. Like my kindergarten teacher or first grade teacher used to say when we were finished, when we would read like a book and we had to read the next chapter the next day, she would clap and say, more to come. So, I'll some good things. This is good. Oh, great. There's more to come. Things like that. More to come. Yeah. Clap and you clap. More to come. She said, more to come. Yep. Yeah. More to come. Yeah. Pardon my French. Fuck Murphy's Law. How about Gigi's Law? Toya's Law. T's Law. Letasik's Law. Royal's Law. Make it your law. No, it's always good. It's always good. It keeps getting better. Yeah.
Yes,
He's
that's
spoiled.
yes, and my father spoils me. My mother, father, they spoil me. My awareness, man, can't get enough of me. Always raining down, amazing blessings. Always raining down infinite abundance in all areas. I'm always getting everything that I say that I want. I always, yes, I'm the spoiled little rich girl. Yes, I am the prince of the castle. I am, king of my castle. Whatever it is, however it is you want to talk. Yeah, start claiming that reality for yourself. I always get what the fuck I want. I always get it. It always comes. Always. Always. Man.
Yeah.
And so
Absolutely.
the 4th chapter is the human game explores limitation, then reclaiming power. The human gains purpose. As an infinite being, you choose to play the ultimate game, exploring what happens when you limit unlimited power, wisdom, and abundance. The money game is a major part of the exploration. There are 2 phases. This is what we were talking about, right? The 2 phases to this game. Phase 1 is the human game. Phase 2 is the God state, Christ consciousness. This book calls it your expanded self, your whatever terminology you want to use. He prefers expanded self. The phase 1, you see your power. You use your power to hide your true identity and create illusions of limitation, restriction, and separation, convincing yourself they are real. And then the phase 2, after deeply immersing in limitation, your expanded self nudges you to seek truth, reclaim your hidden power, and remember who you are, ultimately playing without limits. Phase 1, phase 2. So now that you are aware, your awareness has came back, you get to choose phase 1 or phase 2. Do you want to play the limited version of the human game, or do you want to play the unlimited version of phase 2, your extended self? You get to choose. I choose unlimited. Who wants to play the unlimited game? Put 1 in the chat. Who wants to play?
I do. Unlimited.
Who wants to be unlimited? Who wants to reclaim their power and live life abundantly, live life freely, live life without restrictions, without limitations, without separation? Who wants to create richness, abundance, prosperity, success, health, wealth, wisdom, right? Love, joy, peace, compassion, generosity in all things. Yes, 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 yes. What's his name? TD Jakes. Get ready, get ready, get ready. I'm saying be ready, be ready, be ready. Be ready, be ready, be ready. He's like, get ready, get ready, get ready. Oh, come on now. Be ready, be ready, be ready. Let's be ready. Because when you are ready, you ain't got to get ready. Because you always stay ready. Let's get that. Unlimited. Yes, yes, yes. Did you guys see? Yeah, we rolling. We you right, Gigi. We could do 3 chapters. So what did you guys think of, what did you guys think about the 4th chapter?
Well, he also on this chapter says how your consciousness, once your consciousness creates, like for instance, in your dreams, you lie down, close your eyes, you fall asleep, and in those dreams, your consciousness creates entire worlds, peoples, places, things, and they appear absolutely real and solid, but they're not. They're all made up. All creations of your consciousness are made up. Same thing as with visualization and daydreams. Like when somebody's telling you a story, let's say like T was telling us a story when she went on her cruise with her husband, and even though you've never been to that place, as she's describing it, you can picture it. You can picture the boat, you can picture the beach, you can picture the buffet, you can picture all that. So when you are creating in your mind or making your new movie, and you're talking about your new movie, whether you see a picture or not, whether it's vivid, blurry, it doesn't matter. The fact that you're speaking it and thinking it, you're already creating that picture. It's just replaying it, seeing it over and over. And as the more you repeat it, the more you'll start to see it. So this chapter, what I liked was how, and basically all chapters, it's you, and it's your perception. You're either going to play what other people are auto suggesting you to play, or you're going to create your own rules. Because in a way, there are no rules.
Yeah.
It's how you perceive it.
Yeah. Don't worry about, because I know many people say they can't see the vision. Don't worry about that. Your word is the vision. It's your word that's the vision. And then you're dealing with infinite intelligence, the wisdom of the ages. It knows what a BMW looks like. Believe me. Even if you can't see it, even if you can't see yourself in the car, your subconscious mind knows what it looks like. It knows exactly what you're asking for. Once you write it down, once you put it in words, it's like, yep, I got you. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Go ahead, little toxic.
I was just gonna say that speaking of what you just said, the book talked about how what's it say, we place cause before effect, and how the end is what we see. We don't see the way that we get there, and it's by seeing the end, or I'm using those terms loosely. Envisioning the end, writing the end, speaking the end, however you want to get there, that the how starts to manifest itself.
Love that. The how.
Oh, I like that, Latasi. Can you repeat that for the back, please? That's a gem you
Lord,
dropped right there, girl.
What I said.
Love it.
The how manifests, and when you go to the end, regardless how you get there, whether you're seeing the end with your vision board, your script writing, your journaling, or your mirror technique, you're going to the end, and then the how manifests.
Yeah. It's like how they say your action creates the feeling. Like if you are depressed or something like that, like the way to get out of depression isn't to wait until you feel better. It's to take action that eventually causes you to feel less depressed. So going on a walk, getting exercise, drinking water, all of those things, you have to do that before you feel like doing it in order to move into that. I'm not saying that you have to act in order to manifest, but the principle is the same, is that you see the end before you actually experience what that end is.
Yep. Love that. Yep. That's it. Man.
Yeah, that reminds me of the saying they be saying when they say the devil's in the details. So we know ain't no devil, right? So it's like that's our lower self in the trying to figure out the hows and the doings of it. That's why our lower self gets to overthinking, the overworking, the overstressing.
Yeah, because the devil's just the doubt, right? So the doubt is in the details. When you try to start getting specific about a thing, that's when the doubt rears its ugly head.
Yeah.
You're just supposed to loose. You're supposed to, like I was talking to my daughter, I said, you loose, let go, or bind. No, I was talking to my husband. Loose, let go, or what you bind on earth shall be bound in heaven. So what are you binding to yourself with your word? And what are you letting go of? You have to let go of the how and the when, and you bind to yourself the end. So we loose the how and the when. That's a gem. And we bound. We bound. Now I forgot what I said. Oh, that's what I said. Okay, we loose the how and the when, and we bound to ourselves the end. We live in the end, right? We go to the end is where we begin. So you're binding yourself to the end. It must happen. It has already happened. This thing is it. And then you're loosing, you're letting go, you're setting free how and when.
You know what? You just reminded me of like just how GPS works and how you have to set your destination. And you might have a few different ways that you could get there, but you set your destination before you leave the house. You know, like you already know what
Deep.
the end is
That's
going to
deep.
be.
Yep.
And as
I
you
love it.
things might change, you might have, run across traffic or whatever that might make you change your how or your route, but the destination is the same regardless.
Oh, you ate with that. The destination is the
Mic
same.
drop.
Yep, because you may have to detour. It may be like, oh, traffic, traffic jam, accident, get off this exit.
Right.
It's not telling you not to go to your destination anymore. It's just say, oh, turn around. You can't get there because there's a traffic delay because an accident happened. You no longer can go to this place. No, it will reroute you, or you can be like Kevin did, just chill, settle down, and then you meet your desire right in the next lane.
On the highway.
Right on the highway. Right on the highway.
He's like, I really love your car. I love your car. Really? You want to buy it? Whoa.
You're like, I ain't in no rush. I got time today.
Exactly. Put on some music and have a party in your car while you're waiting.
Yeah, we always such in a hurry to get there.
Mm-hmm.
If you would just slow down and stop being in a hurry to get there, you miss the beautiful things you get to see on the road.
Yes.
You miss the you that's the whole point of the journey, to experience the journey. But we so busy, we want to get there, that you miss the plains and the mountains and the streams and the rivers. You miss the beauty of getting there. Enjoy the unfoldment. Enjoy the journey. That's really why we're in the physical body, is to enjoy getting there. Because if we just wanted it in an instant, we just would have stayed spirit. There was no reason to put on a physical body. There was no reason to put on limitation. We wanted to have the unfoldment. We wanted to be able to select it and see how is Source going to delight and surprise me? How is the greater part of me going to show out this time? Come on, show out. You did your thing last time. How you going to beat yourself? Oh, hold my beer, as they say. I got you. You thought I did something then? Oh, wait till you see this. Wait till you thought that was something. Let me show you something. Because it just keeps getting better and better and better. Yep, say watch it like a movie. Enjoy the movie. Enjoy the ride. It's what's their name? With Jermaine Dupri. Sit back and enjoy the ride. Just kicking it. Just kicking it. You gotta take off your shoes and relax your feet. Party on down to the escape beat. Just kicking it. Just kicking it. Just sit back and enjoy the ride. Oh man, this should be rewiring, as Gigi says, the neural pathway highway.
Neural pathway highway. Highway neuropathic.
Yeah, you should be rewiring your brain as rewiring everything, as Dr. Joe Dispenza would say, right? This is rewiring yourself for greatness. Remembering who you are and unlimiting yourself. And knowing, because you're in your own Disneyland, your own Disney World, you're in Alice in Wonderland, you're on your Fantasy Island. I like Fantasy Island because that was the whole point of Fantasy Island, right? They were coming there to experience their greatest dream. Well, I can't remember his name. When the guy, the little short guy, say the plane. Everybody was coming. Tattoo too. But what was the one? The main one. What was the tall one? He was there to make your reality your fantasy become your reality.
I think it's Mr. Rourke. Was it Mr.
Yeah,
Rourke?
yeah, I think so. Yep,
Yep.
yep, yep. He was there to help your fantasy become your reality. So that's just like your awareness. Your awareness is there to make your greatest dreams come true. And all you have to do is put the order in. You're at the restaurant, you're on Amazon, you're on any site where you know you don't sew the clothes, you're not building the furniture, you're not cutting down any wood, you're not mining any mines. You're just deciding, wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be wonderful if I could experience this? And then your higher self says, it most certainly would be. Here you go. That's all. That's be the conversation with you and you. Wouldn't it be wonderful? And then you decide what it is. And then the genie in the bottle says, it certainly would be. You want it? You want it? Here it go. And he's like, thank you. Oh, thank you. And so you don't have to conjure up feelings. The feelings just naturally come when you accept it, right? When you're just like, oh yeah, all right, all right. And then you just go your way in peace. It's like if you're like my husband, he's a gardener. I got the green, I got the black thumb, he has the green thumb. Because I'm just not gonna remember the water plants and all that. That's why, I would need a cactus, something that don't require water, to make sure it.
Well, you're like my husband. He's a black thumb too, and I'm the green thumb.
And so, he decides he's going to plant, he planted cucumbers, tomatoes, he did some beans, he did all different types of stuff, right? And the joy was in the journey of digging up the soil, going to the market, to find out what type of seeds he was going to get, he's going to use, building a little platform he built to put everything in, and then he knew doing that all now he has to do is just wait. He put in his order. He dropped the seeds in the soil, right? Gave it a little water, whatever the sun did it was going to do. Gave the enough sun, whatever the sun that was required to have these seeds take root, and however much water needed for the seeds to take root and spring forth. He just did his part. He put the seed in the soil and then gave a little water. That's thanks. Thank you, seed. Thank you for coming up. Oh, yes, we're going to enjoy these cucumbers and the tomatoes. I really appreciate you. Yeah, you do your thing. And he went his way in peace. And then however long it took, you go out there. Oh, and they still growing. Oh, there go some red tomatoes. Oh, there go the pinto beans. Oh, there go the cucumbers. Oh, big old cucumbers. Yes, 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 yes. And didn't worry himself with, now, why is it taking so long for those tomatoes to grow? And cucumbers, who told you to take 2 to 3 weeks? No, whatever the time delay or requirement it was to bring forth the fruit in its season, it was right on time. It came exactly when it's supposed to.
Exactly. And your tongue is the water, you give thanks or you give praise. Oh man, that's going to be so much fun when we go there. Oh man, it's going to be great. Or thank you that we're going there. Or thank you that we're in Singapore. Oh, it's going to be so great. The flight was so much fun. And you visualize it. And you're visualizing it as you're speaking it. As you're saying it, you're already creating the picture. So you really don't have to do anything. Just know that you know that you know. And it's always yes, amen. God never says no. And you stay on that highway. And again, give yourself grace. You're going to have human experiences. We're human. Give yourself grace. Oh, where is it? Okay. Get back on the neural pathway highway. Okay, wait a minute. I'm God. All right. I got this. Okay. I got this. Thank you. Show yourself some grace. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, we're all, it's a stepping stone. We're learning to recognize who we are. So, and it's fine. I mean, at times I've it happens to me. I've missed the mark, and I've cried, and then I'll sit there and laugh at myself to be like, wait a minute, Gigi, what are you doing? Hello, don't you know that you're the director? You're the Steven Spielberg of this picture. Fix it. and as I'm giggling right now, I'll be like, after crying, I'll be like, oh yeah. Okay, all right, let's fix it. Okay, let's fix it. And then I will get back on the neural pathway highway, focus my attention on the desired outcome. And I stay there. Something is, my conscious mind is saying, well, how are you going to do it? I don't know. I don't give a shit. Thank you. Thank you that I have this. Oh, the 3D is showing me this. Oh, thank you that I got this. And you train yourself to focus and keep your awareness where you want it. That's what Jesus did in the Bible. When the devil was saying this and this and this and that, Jesus responded, and he stayed on the neural pathway highway. What happened? Eventually, the doubt had to give up, because it's like, damn, no matter what I'm throwing at this dude, it ain't happening. He's just staying on that highway. Yep. So you train yourself to do it.
Yeah,
that's
it. Your devil can come in the form of people.
Yeah.
People are just thought forms.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, you think believe in me. No, they're playing the devil in your mind, your doubter. That which is the father of lies, the deceiver, been lying since the beginning. And what's the lie? That the thing you want is impossible to take place. That's the deceiver.
Yep.
Because all things are possible to the believer.
Mm-hmm. All things are possible to those who believe. Yep.
Can I add on to that?
Yes, please.
Mm-hmm. Something that I used to think all the time was like, I just want to be the exception to the rule. Like, I want to be the exception to the rule. I'm the exception to the rule. And I realized that I was creating resistance by thinking that way. And, now I've started to think there is no rule. There is no rule against me, right? Because by saying I'm the exception to the rule, that's like saying there's some rule against me or what I do or whatever. And I just didn't realize how much resistance that was creating by saying that.
Wow.
Yep. So you was creating a rule that you would have to overcome.
Right. Exactly. Wow. Instead of being like, no, there's no rule.
There's no
exactly.
rule.
Love it.
Wow, that's it.
You are the exception, le toxique.
Right.
But you are the creator of the rule.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. So there is no rule. You are the exception. We are the exception. There's no rule.
Wow. Yeah. That's unlike we don't realize when when you say there's something to protect, believe me, there's going to be something to protect. When you say I'm saving for a rainy day, believe a rainy day must show up, because that's what you're saving for. And you're not saving for, I'm saving for an amazing, destination. I'm saving for, this a wonderful party, or, I'm saving for the dress that I want. No, I'm saving for this calamity to happen. Well, guess what? The calamity will show up. So all your money will go to your rainy day. Stop saving for rainy days. Save for sunshine days. I'm walking on
sunshine. Well, I'm walking on sunshine. Well, and I'm always feeling good.
So save for the next trip. Save for, the upgrade in a car. Save to gift someone. Save to whatever.
Or save because you like looking at your money at your bank account. That's why I save it in there, because I like looking at that money. And there's more to come. That's all.
I know that's right.
It's amazing days regardless if I save or not. I just like looking at that money. Look how pretty. Look how pretty and green you are. Yes, you are.
Thought that like it's a baby.
Oh yeah, I do that.
Cute. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, you're so much. Oh, so many of you. Love those zeros.
Oh my God, look how pretty.
Oh,
we got ones, we got fives, we got hundreds.
Yeah, we got, that 2 in front of them 7 zeros really look good.
Yeah.
Oh, I love them 2
love those zeros up to the decimal point. Before the decimal point. Love it. Before the decimal point. Look at all those pretty zeros before the decimal point.
Yes.
Well, I do the same thing with roses. My husband gives me roses, and he wonders why my roses last a long time. I talk to them. I said, look how pretty you are. Oh, bloom. Oh, blossom for me. Don't be shy. Blossom for me. Yes, you are. You're going to blossom. You're going to be so fat and beautiful. Yes, you're going to blossom so pretty. And they really blossomed out. And they last. I'll water them, trim them, and they last. But I'm not sitting there saying, okay, when are you going to blossom? When are you going to blossom? I'm talking to you. I'm telling you to blossom. Why aren't you blossoming? I talk to them. Oh, how pretty you are. look how beautiful you're blossoming. Thank you. And I walk away. They'll be right next to me. The vase will be right next to me. I'm not focusing on when is it blossoming or not. No, I'm watching my TV program, or I'm playing the guitar, I'm playing the keyboard, I'm doing my workout. I trust that they're going to blossom.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same thing with your desires. Just trust. It's a done deal. It's a done deal. Because it already belongs to you anyway. You wouldn't be desiring it if it didn't belong to you.
Yep. Yep. Man, it's so much simpler than we thought it was. And we created all of these boundaries just to play the human game. The human game was all about the limitation. But when you go into the expanded self, it's about unlimiting yourself. It's about seeing your own power, experiencing your own power. That's what it is. Just experiencing your own power and knowing there's nothing to do. Just be. Just claim what it is. Do whatever you feel in your heart to do without thinking this is the thing that's going to make it happen. This is not the thing that's going to make it happen. Why? Because it's already happened. It's already done. You're just experiencing the unfoldment of it.
Now you're going for the ride.
Yep.
That's all. You're just going for the ride. And you won't know what it feels like until you go for the ride. So there's no need to oh, hang on one second, T. I got a call. Hang on.
No problem. Yep. And so the last point with the human game explores limitation is the treasure hunt. Phase 2 is a treasure hunt to find the eggs, which are the patterns in the field where you hid your power in phase 1. You hid your power from yourself. And now it's time to unveil those patterns that held you captive these many years. So reclaiming the power dissolves the illusions of limitation. So you're going to dissolve the limitation of the money game, the health game, the relationship game, whatever it is that you feel powerless and hopeless and useless. You're going to now reclaim your power, find the pattern. In the pattern, you don't have to go looking for the pattern. The pattern shows up. We're not digging up old man's bones. We're not, unearthing, the past. Your patterns, your limiting beliefs will present themselves to you. And once they present themselves to you, now it's up to you to reclaim the power from the illusion, to realize it was a nothing burger. You just created the reality of limitation. Limitation is the illusion. It's not real.
Exactly. So again, just like when you put in an Amazon order, you trust that Amazon is going to do what they're going to do. They give you an approximate date. Sometimes it'll show up a couple of days before, a couple of days after, because, it might be something that you ordered that might be in back order, and they'll let you know it'll take a week. That sometimes they'll be like, what, since some back order, we'll give you a credit, because you had to wait or something like that. And what do? You say, okay, no problem. Yeah. You don't trip. I mean, I no, don't get me wrong. There's some customers that have tripped. They're like, well, wait a minute, I ordered it, I expected it on this day, blah, 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 blah. But, for the most part, you don't trip. You're like, okay, no problem. Because you're expecting that thing that you ordered. Okay. So it's the same thing with your desires. Let it, like Aaron posted a video. He said, let it play out. Let or how they say in Christian in Christian churches or in church, let God do his job. Let the universe do its job. Let it be. Let it do its thing.
Yeah.
And just expect it. Know that you got it. It's yours. Like a kid at Christmas. Kids at Christmas, they don't be tripping. They know that they're gonna get that, PlayStation, 200, whatever the one they got now. PlayStation. They know they're gonna get that new Oculus thing. They know. And they'll be thanking Santa Claus and say, "Oh, Santa Claus is gonna get me that gift." They'll be praising it, and it's not even Christmas yet. It's like what, a month before Christmas, and they're praising it. They wrote the letter to Santa, and they trust Santa is going to bring that gift. It's the same thing, except the letter that you're writing to is to your higher self. So trust your higher self and be happy about it. Be excited about it. And you know what? Even if you're pissed off about it, even if you're mad, oh man, I am so looking forward to getting that thing. Yep. Yeah. I can't wait to get it. Even if an attitude, let those feelings be there, but speak and claim the desired result.
Yeah. Train yourself now. You have to train yourself not to
Exactly.
not to concern yourself with the how and the when. That's what you have to train yourself for. You have to completely let it go. Like when you drop the seed in the garden, you're not every day at work. Oh, I wonder if that cucumber is taking root yet. Oh, I wonder if the tomatoes are growing on the vine yet. No, you doing your work. You're doing where you are, right? You're focused on work. You're focused on baking. You're focused on whatever you're doing. And even if it may come across your mind about the garden that you sown, then what do you say? Ooh, man. You may say, I wonder how many tomatoes will come up. I wonder how big the cucumbers will be. That's different than considering, I wonder what it's going to look like. Man, I know those tomatoes are going to be juicy and red and delicious. Oh, they're going to taste so good in that salad, that cucumber. Oh, yes. I'm just looking so forward to eating my cucumbers because I'm saying that because we actually do have cucumbers and tomatoes, and I ate some tomatoes yesterday with my tacos, and they were so good. Those tacos, those tomatoes
Yum.
was yum, 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 delicious. Yes. And so that's how, if you're going to speak and talk about your desired outcome, talk about it with anticipation, right? And speak of it like, yes, I know. But other than that, drop it and let it go. Don't even concern yourself with anything else about it. Completely let it go. Because that's usually when it shows up. When you have completely given no thought to it. Like Gigi said, I completely, I said I wanted, to experience this game. I completely forgot about it, and then here they are offering a ticket to me. That's how it happens when you just put it out there and you completely just get your mind busy on something else.
Mm-hmm.
You decided what it is that you wanted, and then you get your mind busy on something else.
And I just had an epiphany because all day that day I was thinking about the game and about the game and about the game. And then when I saw towards the end of the day that, didn't see any evidence of it, didn't mean it wasn't happening. Mm-hmm. But I just, and at first I got off the highway. Oh man, figures. I'm like, well, wait a minute. No, that's okay. I'm still going to be happy. I'm still going to, enjoy my life. There'll be another game. Mm-hmm. It's cool. And I said, thank you. It's cool. And I let it go. And like I said, I thought that I was going to be working. Maybe get some overtime or whatever. Mm-hmm. Turns out that they invited me to the game because I let it go. Yeah. So you can be excited about it and praise it, but don't want it. Don't like, oh, I need this or I want this, because either way, you're gonna be fine. If it doesn't happen that way, it'll be another way. Yep. It might be a better way. So, when you kind of suspend yourself, and I call it suspending myself in belief, not disbelief, but suspending myself in belief. Suspending myself in trust, or like when you swim and you trust the water to hold you up. Mm-hmm. That's when the windows of heaven open and those blessings like land on you. And it happens in a very, natural, easy peasy, amazing way, So yeah, enjoy the ride. Enjoy that ride.
Yes. And so, Latasi Royal, do you have anything to say about chapter 4? Any final thoughts on the last 3 chapters? I know Latasi said she had some questions.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
She might have got a phone call. Go ahead, Royal.
I was just going to speak on how he was saying the 4 parts. So think he said what was it? The consciousness, the physical universe, particles, and the field. And it reminded me of the split theory, where it was like they had these two splits, and they were like shooting electrons through the splits, and only when somebody observed the electrons did it like form. When nobody was looking, it was just like nothing, like waves or something.
Yeah.
So it just shows how our conscious observation of whatever we're trying to be or desire, or our desires, our focus on it, not the focus on the hows, but just the focus on it, can form it, can bring it about. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's it. Man, just make a decision, as we always say. Just decide, and then remain faithful to that decision. Don't let what's going on out there, because there is no out there. Out there is just old news, as you hear over and over again. So you don't let out there determine the reality. The in here determines the reality. It's what's going on within your mind is determining reality. That's where you live. That's where you reside. That is, as someone said, your dwelling place. Is your dwelling wherever you keep returning to, that's your dwelling place. Go ahead, Latoxic.
For me?
I can now.
Oh, okay, sorry. I don't know why I guess I was in another app. Maybe that's why. But my wrap up question would be to everyone, like how has these I have other questions, but how have the chapters that we read changed your point of view at all, if at all?
Good question. I don't know if it changed it. It reconfirmed and expanded. Like I know this. Like I said, I've read the book a couple of times, but it's like knowing intellectually and then knowing from an experience, right? So it's more, the yearning to truly test myself, like with greater, like, okay, I'm limitless, I'm powerful, I'm going to go out into the deep, and I'm just going to like ask or something, like what in my mind is just like this amazing thing, and I'm just gonna go out into the deepness of the deepest, and I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm the power, I'm limitless, I need to prove this to myself.
Yeah. It's so interesting. You know what? As you said that, it just reminded me of, I don't know if you've been seeing this guy who has been going around getting people to he's been trying to get people to put curses on him because he wanted to know if it was real. Have you been hearing about that? He's got some documentary out. I have not seen the documentary, but I think it's called like A Cursed Man or something like that.
Okay.
And long story short, this is a guy who, doesn't really have a belief in any, higher power or anything. But you heard of it, divination. Yeah. This guy went to all these different practitioners across different spiritual practices and asked them to curse him and, all this stuff. And then he also went to some practitioners to help protect him, which to me seemed like a cop out. But anyway, long story short, he ended up feeling what he felt were the effects of the curses. And me, I believe in confirmation bias. That's my law. So in my mind, I'm like, yeah, he believes in it because he was looking for it. He believed that was what he was going to experience. But anyway, as you were saying that, oh Lord, now I can't remember how I connected this to your point. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I don't know how I got here. I lost my point. But he basically he experienced exactly what he believed he was going to experience. Long story short.
You're creating the reality that someone's going to put a hex on you, then someone else is going to protect you from the hex. So, okay, you just created it. and now you're going to experience it.
Yep.
Real simple.
Very easy. Yeah, very easy. I saw, yeah, it was just a strange experience. You had said something that made me think of that specifically.
Yeah,
Now I
yeah.
can't remember what it was, but y'all got it. You know what I'm saying.
Right. Because if you don't believe in it, you don't need proof of it. Like, I don't need to test it out. I don't need, say some, do some voodoo magic, do some black magic, or whatever people say. Go and get those little, what them little people would stick the little things
Yeah.
with
Voodoo
the
doll.
voodoo dolls. Yeah.
No.
I don't really care what you do, because if I don't believe in it, then it's not going to affect me. I don't need to prove it.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm not concerned myself with it.
I knew a witch in LA because they're in LA, and basically one of the things that she said was, really those things don't have any power unless you give power to it.
Yeah.
So if you, I don't know, like do a love spell or whatever with a candle or whatnot, it's not the candle that has the power, it's the power that you're putting into it by speaking to it, by believing it. You're the one that's putting the power in it. But if somebody, drops, God forbid, a voodoo doll in front of your house and you don't believe it, you just, it's just some little ugly doll, let me just get rid of it.
Right.
And you say it has no power, and you can
Right.
claim, you can even talk to it, say, look, you have no power over me. I don't know what you're doing here, but whoever brought you here, they wasted their time because it has no power over me. And then, being Cuban, in my culture, they practice like Santeria and all this kind of stuff. And my uncle was a babalao, which they call a priest or whatever.
Oh.
And the moment I decided not to believe in that stuff anymore, I threw it away and got rid of it. And people were telling me, "Oh, you threw it away. This is going to happen." I said, "No, it's not. Nothing's going to happen. Because greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. Nothing's going to happen. I don't believe in it. So it has no power over me."
Mm.
And when I was throwing it away, I spoke to it. I said, "You have no power over me. You have nothing to do with my life. I renounce you. I rebuke you. I cast you away. Goodbye." And that was it. And took my awareness, my focus away from it. And here I am. So, if anything, good things, better things started happening. I even said, you know what? Prove them wrong. Bring me some really, really good things. Just for the fuck of it, just prove them wrong. Bring me some really good things.
Yep.
And then good things just started, happening because I was focusing on good things. It's where your focus goes. Now, if you're thinking, oh my, like I've seen in those horror, like a haunting shows or whatnot, they're like, oh, I got rid of it, but it keeps coming back, and it's because of this, this ugly little voodoo doll. It's because this is happening and all this kind of stuff. It's because their belief, they believe it. Mm-hmm. And even in the book Magic of Believing, it talks about that. Like you can find like a horseshoe or a rabbit's foot, and people say, okay, I have a rabbit's foot, so I now have good luck. And it's not the rabbit's foot that's bringing you luck or bad luck. It's your belief that because you have that rabbit's foot, that now you're going to have good luck. Mm-hmm. But it's not really the rabbit's foot. It has no power unless you give it power.
You are the power.
Hey, that's so true. Look, I had my ex was a Puerto Rican, and she tried to put like a love spell on me, like with Santeria. And she was all on the internet with it and everything. And everybody was like, yo, she putting this X on you. And I just like, I felt, even this is before my awakening, I just felt so protected. I was like, man, I know I'm good. Like, that, you know what I mean? That shit ain't gonna work over here. And, and sure enough, like nothing happened. But, she's like a professional. She go to the Babalu person or whatever. Like, she's like a pro. She help people manifest money and all this other stuff. But it's the same thing as the Bible. It's like, hey, if you believe it, she believe what she doing, and the person believe what they receiving. Then that's the working right there.
Yep.
That's
it. It ain't the candles, it ain't the love potion, it ain't none of that. It's the belief y'all got.
Yep.
Exactly. Mic drop.
Yeah.
That's it, Royal.
Yeah.
That's it.
But to answer your question, Latoxic, I guess it's more so like what Toyia was saying. So right now I'm kind of like experiencing a little transition in my home, in my life, and everything. And this book was just like a great reminder to just embody a lot of this stuff and just embody the unlimited power, that's within me. Embody how I focus my mind, what I focus my mind on, and creating my reality. So this is just a great reminder to just embody all the shit I'll be talking about now. You know what I mean? So I don't know if I created this experience. Apparently I did, but it's just a good reminder to embody it.
Yes, yes.
Answer your question, Toxic, and thank you for the gifts, sweetie. Um, it was a reminder, but also an eye opener on how about the rules that we have set rules. The Matrix or the powers that be, like they like to call it, have set rules who are designed for you to fail, as opposed to you making your own rules as you go along. So that was an awakening for me, and also a reminder that what I focus on, what I picture, what I'm saying, that's what I'm going to experience. So I'm really actually enjoying this book, and what I love about it too, like I was telling T earlier, that it's more in our lingo, so it's a lot easier to understand, and that it's really that easy. It's a reminder of how easy it is.
Mm-hmm.
So kudos on A-Town for recommending it.
Yes, yes, yes. So where he at? This is
I know, right?
This
Yeah.
his book. He's like, I'm so
Yeah.
excited about the
You
book.
have to find him later. Be like, where you at? You're supposed to be running this.
Right.
And you just gotta feel like busting loose. I feel like busting loose. Give me the bridge, y'all.
Oh, sorry, we do our theme song.
That's our theme song. Yep.
Well, I was gonna say that what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write out my script. I'm gonna help ChatGPT use the ChatGPT to help write like a short script. I like affirmations. That's my personal thing. It's like I really like speaking things and affirmations and prayer and all of that. And so like I want something that I can put into the Parrot app or like some type of voice note and listen to it.
Nice.
Because like I definitely get caught up in the how of certain things. And I realize too, so for example, I have a client who's a difficult client, has been difficult for the past 2 months. And I realize like I've been speaking negatively about this client. I don't like this client very much. I have been kind of bringing this about, right? So, but I also realized is that I had resistance to changing what I thought about this client. Some part of me wanted to continue to fight and argue with this client, right? And it's something that I'm like, okay, I'm adding this resistance into my life, and why am I resistant to removing it from my life? I can change this. So why am I so hesitant to be like, no, this client's great. This client's amazing. I have a personal vendetta against this client. So now I'm like, why can't I change this? I'm attached to this negative version of the client, So I'm definitely gonna try to reframe that. And
Right, because there's no client.
Right. It's me. I'm like, this girl's unorganized. She's all the stuff. But yeah, I can have a different experience.
Yep.
Like Toxic, just say, oh, this client is so amazing. They're so friendly. Even when they're being a bitch. Oh, this client's amazing. They're so sweet. They're so nice. They're so nice to me. They respect me. Like I've told the story of my former boss that nobody liked. And so they had the bad experience with the boss because they kept saying that the boss was mean, that she was cold, that, she was selfish and all this kind of stuff. And then I revised it and said, oh, she's nice. She's sweet. She offers me coffee. She says good morning to me every day. And I just kept that story. You just keep telling you that story about that person. Or you can say, you know what? I'm thankful for this client, but thank you for bringing me another one. Thank you that you brought me another one. Can go that route too. So if you want to work with this client, just
not about the client.
Yep.
Here's the
It's
thing:
not about the
we're not here
client.
to change the client. We're here to change our. We're not changing people. We're changing our perspective of them.
Our perspective of that person. Yeah.
Right? It's not about them.
Yeah, exactly.
So you created the reality because you led with they're difficult. Well, girl, how's that going to show up?
they're difficult. Yeah.
And so it's some difficulty in your world that you're not that you're accepting. And once you accept that you created the difficulty, then the difficulty will disappear, because it's not about facing difficulties, it's about facing truth. Well, life is easy peasy, fresh and squeezy. That's the truth. The error that life is hard, difficult, and trying. And I have to go around trying to fix people and change people. No, I'm just here to face the truth, speak the truth.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep. So we're going to this whole. Did you have any more questions? We're going to close the live out. We'll read chapters 5, 6, and 7, or if you have it on Audible, 5, 6, and 7. Let's see, June, have anything to say before we close it out?
Good.
Hey, June, how are you?
I'm good. I wasn't trying to do that. I was just tapping up. I'm just tapping.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, my bad.
No problem. Yeah, so next week, next Saturday, it will be chapters 5, 6, and 7. I mean, this book is really like I said, like you know it, but you just, it's just time to unlimit. It's time to, as June was saying yesterday about, leveling up, it's not about, because I was talking to my daughter about the testing, right? And so we think tests and trials and tribulations, like they're coming to like make you fall or make you stumble. And that's not the point of testing. Testing is to prove a thing to be true. So that's all you're doing. You're proving the truth of this knowledge. But when we hear about testing and trials and tribulations, it's as if it's to make you fall or stumble, to do a misstep and to trip you up. No, life is not playing mind games with you. This is not Minecraft. This is about realizing who you are, remembering who you are, and then living your life from that perspective. You are a infinite powerful being having a finite experience, and you experience the limitation, the restriction, the hardship, and now it's time to unlimit yourself, to operate in your divinity, your power, your sovereign being. You have autonomy. You get to make the rules, and you no longer have to live life from the restrictions and limitations of somebody else's perspective, of somebody else's game. This is your game. This is your reality. This is your, hologram. This is all you. And now you get to decide what that looks like.
I got one last thing to say.
Go ahead.
Because I feel like busting loose. Busting loose. We're busting loose from the money game. Busting loose from the money game. That's all I have to say. Yeah. And have fun with it, people. Have fun with it. Give me the bridge, y'all. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, because we'll be jamming to this. It's like, well,
Yes. Time to level up. Call forth your inheritance. Lazarus, come forth. You are the prodigal son who forgot who you were, and now you remember who you are. And now it's time to take the seat on that throne, wear that robe, get that ring, get that fatted calf, get that staff. Everything that belongs to you is now being reclaimed. You are here to live the abundant life. Have life in that more abundantly. You have the power to possess wealth. For the blessings of the Lord makes you rich and adds no sorrow to it. Money answers all things. And the words of Reverend Ike, I am money.
I am money. Money.
Hey, I am money.
And listen to Chuck Brown. He says, busting loose from your love Jones, busting loose to each his own. In other words, bust loose from the love rules and bust loose from other people's suggestions that don't match up to what you believe. Bust from it.
Yes.
Make your own rules.
Claim your inheritance. No longer hiding your power from yourself. You're unlimited, limitless. Watch that movie Limitless. Watch Doctor Strange. Watch Inception. Watch, Inside Out. Watch these movies that are telling the story about who you are. That the power you've been seeking for, even the Wizard of Oz, she thought the power was outside of herself, and the power, her ability to get home was always within.
Was within her. Yep.
Always within. The power that you are seeking for is within you. It's not in another. No one has any power over your reality except you relinquish it. Stop relinquishing your power. Let those devils go. I know people like the devils because we need a scapegoat. We need someone to blame. But no, we're letting go of our devils and demons and Satan's oh my. And we're going to realize that we are the creator. As Taylor Swift says, if there are any problems, I'm the problem. It's me. It's me. I'm the problem. It's no one else. It's me. Since I'm the problem, that means I'm the solution. I'm both the problem and the solution. And as I say, stop creating problems. Realize you're just having experiences. That's it. And with that being said,
Club, thank you.
Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you everyone for engaging, for showing up, for unlimiting yourself and reclaiming your power. As what was her auntie Maxine says, I'm reclaiming my time. I'm reclaiming my time. I'm reclaiming my time. I'm reclaiming my money. I'm reclaiming my health. I'm reclaiming my love, my joy, my peace. I'm reclaiming my wisdom. Reclaim, reclaim, reclaim.
Hey, I just want to say I love this. I love this book. After we came from the power of the subconscious, I was like, busted loose from the money game. Like we just came from a deep ass book, but this is right there with it. So great pick, and I appreciate it.
Yes. So the book club is free. It's an open forum. Everyone is free to join the book club. It's just the Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, streaming on TikTok as well as YouTube. That is the manifestation group sessions. So you can subscribe with the star, I believe. I think Divination said, is it on the left-hand side of your screen, the subscription? Or you can click my picture and you can see the subscribe button. That's a closed form where we're only talking about manifesting. We're only talking about, flying high and, sharing our success stories, coming to realization of how we manifest on our own terms, that there is no wrong or right way to manifest. It's whatever works for you. And you've always been doing it. So we're just helping you realize that you have, and you don't have to recreate the wheel. You don't have to try to find the new, best, shiny new technique. You are the technique. You have always been manifesting. Now you're just going to what? Consciously create. Now you're going to be doing what you've been doing, and now you're just going to focus. So whatever it is, if you knew that when you wrote something down, it happened, then continue to write it down so that it happens. If you know that you always made vision boards, then continue to do your vision boards. If you know that just talking to yourself was enough, then just continue to talk to yourself. You don't have to buy techniques. You are the technique. You always have been manifesting. It's within you. The power's inside of you. It's there. And get my free books. Linktree in the bio. Come to the manifestation group sessions. You know, you can get a 60-second preview if you want to, check it out before subscribing to the community. But as I always say, I'm not gatekeeping. I just know people may want to have a more, closed off space where we can share and encourage and inspire, because I do like the open forum where I do get to talk to those who may oppose our point of view, because there are people that's questioning their faith. And so to those that may be questioning where they are, we're going to continue to have the open forum so we can discuss and we can, shed light on some of the contradictions and hypocrisy of the religious mindset. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for joining. And until then, guys, I may come back on later. We'll see. I may come back on later so we can have the open forum discussion again, but we'll see how the day plays out. But once again, thank you guys for everything.
Thank you all. Have a great weekend.
Yes, let's talk. Go ahead.
Deep Connection still has another question.
Oh.
I think she's trying to figure out the difference between the two again. Could you explain it again?
Oh, there are no, the only subscription is for the manifestation sessions. This is the book club. It's free. No subscription. No subscription to this platform, to Facebook. The book club meeting. It's open. The only subscription is to the group sessions on Wednesday. Can you hear me? Deep Connections? Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah. The book club is every Saturday, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. It's an open forum. And then Wednesdays is the group sessions. That's the subscription. So that's how it goes. Busting loose from the money game. Thank you, Latoxi. Thank you. Thank you, moderators, once again. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone on the panel. Thank you. And thank you, chat. Love you all. And talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.